My girlfriend overheard my family trash talking her, and I'm furious with them. My girlfriend Sammy and I have been together for a bit over a year. She's absolutely wonderful, smart, attractive, driven, educated, kind of goofy. She's everything I've ever wanted. And up until last week, I thought my family felt the same. By the way, this comes from Family Sucks Throw. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So last week, went to my parents' house for dinner. We get together as a family a few times a month. It's been a tradition with us for years now. Sammy usually joins us for these dinners, but had work obligations. I told my family she wouldn't be joining us that night. Oh, is the truth going to come out in the absence of Sammy? Halfway through dinner, I got up to go to the bathroom and Sammy texted me that she was outside. She got off work early and came to hang out. She would have normally walked in, which is normal, but she needed help bringing in some gifts. And Sammy's leaving tomorrow for a work trip and a personal vacation to see some friends. So she won't be back until Thanksgiving.
Oh, she's bringing them gifts and they're bad-mouthing her?
Let's see. My brother and sister, twins, have their birthday next week, and my girlfriend had gifts for them. At this point, my family had no idea Sammy was there. We walked inside and headed to the kitchen, and we overheard my family talking.
Oh.
My sister was saying she was glad my girlfriend was gone because she couldn't stand a family night being ruined by my girlfriend being annoying.
No!
My brother and other sister agreed about how annoying and awful my girlfriend is. Ho! My brother and other sister agreed about how annoying and awful my girlfriend is. My dad made a comment about how they should be nice to Sammy, and my mom chimed in with, Sammy is nice and all, but I can't believe Family Sucks Throw likes how fat she is. He can do so much better.
It's not even like a reasonable thing to be mad at someone. It's just like they're fat phobic.
Yeah, I think
like, oh, she's nice, but
she's nice,
fat-phobic?
but fat. My dad agreed, and my sister piped up that I was dating down because I'm still rebounding from my last girlfriend, which was 5 years ago.
It's not a rebound.
I was floored. I was floored. My family has always been so nice to Sammy, and I've never heard them talk badly about her. I have never heard my family say mean things about anyone, to be honest. Sammy walked into the kitchen and dumped the presents on the counter. She was crying and mumbled something about happy birthday and then took off out the door. Oh. My family looked shocked and a bit embarrassed. You should be very embarrassed.
Be like on your knees being like, I'm so sorry.
I asked my family what the F was wrong with them and didn't stick around for the answer. I went after Sammy. She was in her car crying. Now, Sammy's usually tough, but family is super important to her. She has no family aside from a boozaic dad, and she doesn't have any contact with. My family was like her surrogate family and something she always wanted. Oh, this is so sad. She was overjoyed when my family welcomed her and invited her to family events. The presents she brought my sister and brother were paintings she had spent many hours working on. And yes, she is fat, but I prefer thick girls, always have. To me, she's gorgeous and exactly what I like. But even then, she's lost about 40 pounds since we started dating. I would love her at any weight, and I'm proud of the work she's done. I have no idea what they mean about her being annoying. She comes when she's invited, usually brings baked goods or beer. She's taken my family out to dinner multiple times and is extremely generous with them. This is so sad because of how nice she is and how great she is.
No, these people are terrible.
She's even become the go-to babysitter for my sister and her 2 kids.
So this family just sucks.
Yeah.
Clearly. I mean, she was bringing them gifts.
Yeah. Oh.
Clearly, she is not.
And she does things for this
person.
family, and she seems like she really cares about this
Yeah,
family
she
and wants
really-
to make a good.
Yeah,
not
dude,
even good
one-way
impression.
relationship. One-way relationship. And she helped my brother get a job in her company. She pushed really hard to get him hired and put her professional reputation on the line. She's never asked for repayment or holds it over anyone. She even does the dishes when we come over for dinner. The thing that makes this even worse is I was planning on proposing to her in the next few months. Oh, this is heartbreaking.
Cut them off.
I had planned on asking my sisters to come with me to pick out her ring. Now, Sammy hasn't said much about it and hasn't talked to me about the incident. She has always wanted a family, and she doesn't understand why my family doesn't like her or what she's done wrong. She said she'd talk to me more when she gets back from her trip. I don't want to lose her over this. I would take her over my family. Sammy hasn't been her usual cheerful self this week, and I've caught her crying more than once since this incident. I try to comfort her, but she tries to play it like she's fine. At this point, I have no idea if I even want them in my life.
Yeah,
All
fair.
of them have reached out to me with weak apologies full of justifications. I asked my mom if she had apologized to Sammy, and my mom said I could pass on the apology. Are you kidding me?
So even
Are
after
you
getting
kidding?
caught, they wouldn't apologize.
You need to apologize. That is so bad.
The fact that they don't see anything wrong with this, or like, oh,
They're,
we don't need to
like,
apologize.
Monsters.
I would cut off the family right here.
I would too. Yes. Yes.
Would you take the gifts away?
Oh
I would
yeah.
take
Getting
the
the
gifts
gifts.
away.
These are our gifts now.
Not
Dude,
getting the
re-
freaking gifts.
To be fair to them, all of them do feel bad about what happened, then frickin' apologize. And seemed extra embarrassed about this, but no one can give me exact reasons why she's annoying or how she's ruined family nights. My dad is the only reasonable one that has offered to apologize to Sammy directly. Thank God. What do? I don't want to get rid of my family, but Sammy matters more to me at this point. I want Sammy to know I'm fully in her corner, and I don't want her to feel guilty if I have to cut out my family. And there is a lot more to this story, y'all. We're just beginning. You might have thought, oh, I've heard this somewhere else. Well, guess what? There's updates
There's a lot more.
that no one else has gone over.
No one else has ever.
No
seen
one
this.
else has gone over these updates. We are less than 25% through.
Yeah.
So buckle up, buttercups. You're about to get a
Saddle
whole
up.
tornado
Sickos.
of new updates. Yeah, saddle up, sickos. I like that. Edit. I went to bed and woke up to tons of replies. Thanks for the advice and support. I decided to take Sammy on a vacation for Thanksgiving. I'm on the phone with a very helpful guy that's trying to find me a hotel room that isn't booked for that weekend. No matter what happens, I think this is going to be a tradition I build with her for the future. A relaxing weekend to ourselves while everyone else is running around buying knockoff iPads. Also, I talked to my dad briefly last night. He's pretty horrified by everything and has agreed to come over and apologize to Sammy and do it when Sammy feels up to hearing it. I have told Sammy all of this since it happened. She knows I'm choosing her over my family and that I would choose her over everyone. There are some comments and there are some updates, but Sophia, what do you think about this whole situation?
I would say that your dad, you could probably like keep him around. Because he seems like a pretty apologetic. And honestly, it might have been one of those situations where everyone was like ragging and he either was silent or,
Ragging.
you know, like, yeah, maybe he was silent in the conversation or something, or only said it because he, like, everyone else is saying it, which is still bad. But like maybe he has a redemption arc in the future. But yeah, the rest of the family, the fact that they refuse to apologize is just so like awful. Because this isn't like, even if she is annoying, that isn't grounds to be awful to her face and to not apologize. Unless she's done something, like, unless she's
Also, we're missing
wronged
some
you.
context here, which seems like we're not missing any context.
Because none of them can name why she's annoying or what she's done to them.
They just don't want to admit they're wrong.
Yeah.
But we got some comments
Comments.
coming up. So comment, they need to apologize directly. Amen. I would drop them until they do that.
Mhm.
Passing on an apology from your family is adding insult to injury for your girlfriend. They don't feel bad about what they said. They feel bad because they were caught saying it, and they're not in a hurry to make amends by the sounds of it. Remember, you pick your friends and girlfriends, but you can't pick your family. For that reason, families sometimes think they can get a free pass to treat you and your friends badly because they're family. BS. Families have to earn and hold your respect in the same way anyone else does. And if they fail, feel no guilt in stopping having anything to do with them. Your girlfriend sounds like a keeper. Your family does not.
Agreed.
Snaps.
Agreed. Good
And
comment.
OP replied, I think you've nailed what I'm really upset about. They don't respect me, my relationship, or Sammy. And I've lost any respect I've had for them. An apology isn't going to rebuild that respect, but it would be a start. Yeah. Like they have to, there's a long road that they now have built for
Sammy
themselves.
would still be incredibly uncomfortable and probably like
Yeah.
always remember that, but at least they apologize.
Yeah. But we
Like,
do.
also walking on eggshells and like making her overthink, like, oh, if I say this, will
Everything.
that annoy them? Like,
Yeah. I wouldn't want to hang
it's
out
already
with someone
what's
like
said
that.
been said.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. Well, update.
I just remembered a very sad, tragic tale.
Oh, what is it?
I remember when a young Samuel Donner, he wanted to join the cool kids, but instead of labeling you as one of the cool kids,
They called me Salad Boy because I ate nothing but salads. Could not trade my lunch for a lunch
cheese
bowl, really
drippy, bro.
anything.
You know what community will always welcome you with open arms, Sam?
And make you feel like a cool kid?
The great people who have OK Storytime memberships.
Oh, I heard that 60 plus hours of members only content Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
You heard right, Sam, and it's only $5 a month.
So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join. Now back to the story.
Chomp, chomp.
So few people have messaged me for an update. So I thought I would post. First, thank you for all the kind words and great ideas. It really helped me get some perspective on the situation. First off, Sammy and I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We spent it out of town in a small skiing town. It was a great weekend, and we spent a lot of time talking and discussing about what to do about my family. Sammy was still pretty hurt over the matter, but was adamant that I shouldn't cut all ties with my family because she's freaking awesome and deserves all the love that she gets. I told her that all depended on my family. My mom was in denial that I wouldn't be coming to Thanksgiving. After my last post, I let her know Sammy and I wouldn't be attending. She brushed it off until the day before Thanksgiving when she called to make sure I was bringing pie.
Hi.
I reminded her I wouldn't be at dinner, and she broke down crying. She told me she was sorry for hurting Sammy and would like the chance to apologize.
I feel
I
like
let
that
her
should have
know.
been brought up before you asked him to bring pie.
Yeah, I think she was
I
just
feel like
trying
we
to
should switch
ignore
the
it.
order of that.
I think she was just trying to ignore it until
Yeah.
it actually was right in her face, and she
Yeah.
could not like run from it anymore. Oh, and I told her she'd have that chance after Thanksgiving. After we got back from our Thanksgiving trip, my parents came over for dinner. I had okayed this with Sammy. She thought my parents deserves a chance to make this right. And frankly, I think she really wanted to mend things with my family. Dinner was awkward, to say the least. And my dad started out by offering Sammy a genuine apology. He told her he was extremely embarrassed and genuinely wanted to make things up to her. They had a nice chat. The talk with my mom, well, that went okay. And my mom cried through most of it and tried to reinforce that she was very sorry. I couldn't tell if she was sorry or just upset that I was taking Sammy's side. I don't think Sammy was convinced either.
They're sorry
And
that they
I'm not
got. Yeah,
convinced.
I'm not convinced. They're
Yeah.
sorry that they got caught. They're sorry that you are actually, putting up boundaries and saying like, "Hey, that was not okay, and we're not going to see you." And that's the only thing that they're sorry about.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, that they're getting punished for this.
I don't really understand how you come back from something like this, or at least you can't come back quickly.
I think this is how you go. You go to Sammy and you say, "Hey, I'm really sorry that we should never have been saying that stuff. I think, we've been getting used to you and that's not okay. I would love the chance to kind of get to know you. And
Yeah.
I totally understand if you're not comfortable with that, but whenever you feel comfortable, I would love the chance to make this up to you."
Dude, yeah.
And that's where you start.
I mean, it would be really hard for me to
Yeah.
ever have a good relationship with that family. It would take
Oh, yeah.
years.
Oh, yeah.
Years. A few days after dinner, my mom called Sammy and asked her to lunch to talk by themselves. Several comments in my last post mentioned that my family probably felt Sammy was annoying simply because they felt intimidated or projected their own issues on her. I think that was spot on. Sammy went to lunch with my mom and they had a very long, good talk about everything. She said my mom felt jealous that Sammy was so educated.
This is how you do it. You go, no, we don't hate you. We're just jealous that
of
you're
you."
so smart and pretty.
Ugh.
This is the tricksters.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, kind of brilliant.
Kind of brilliant tricksters.
She said my mom felt jealous that Sammy was so educated and had a chance to get an education. And Sammy admitted to being jealous that my mom has a big family. Sammy opened up to my mom about the situation with her own family and living on her own since she was a teenager. I think that hit my mom very hard because she's always been surrounded by a big loving family. And I think she was horrified by her own behavior towards Sammy, who wanted to be part of the family. Overall, I think things are better between parents and Sammy. My younger sister reached out to Sammy after Thanksgiving. I don't think any of the siblings expected me to ditch family dinner, and I heard they were pretty upset that I went on vacation again. Instead, my sister apologized over the phone. I don't know if it was enough, but it was a good step. Yeah, I think I don't know, the whole you're so we made fun of you for being fat because you're so smart. Honestly, is the best angle
Your brain is
You're
just so
so-
fat.
Your-
But
yeah.
no, we weren't calling you fat. We were calling
Your brain, your
brain.
frontal lobe is just so
Yeah.
developed. We were all we couldn't bear but be jealous and make
Yeah.
fun of you.
No, you don't understand. We weren't calling you fat with an F. We were calling you fat with a PH.
You're just so cool.
Do we think would we rather have this, like the BS that they're saying, or just a straight up apology? What would you rather have?
I think if you
Because this
don't,
is like this is like this.
Well,
if you
I
don't
think-
add a little BS, then
I don't think you can come back.
I don't think you
without
can
a
come
little
back
bit
from it
BS.
because it's just like
you need a little bit of
you want some
bit
brown
of
nosing? You
flair.
literally want some brown nosing.
I don't
I
want
think-
that, but I'm thinking.
That's what
I'm
it
saying
seems like. It seems like they're brown nosing me.
yes, but like that's the only way I'm going to even consider like having someone's apology if they're like, yeah, like
Sometimes you gotta eat the
It just doesn't seem
crap
real.
that they're
they're
brown
feeding you.
nosing you
Yeah,
with.
sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah, kiss it.
yeah.
I don't. Oh man, I don't know if it was enough, but it was a good step. Sammy says she's feeling pretty neutral about my youngest sister. She said she feels like my sister is more sorry.
Three.
She was
Sorry.
caught.
Yeah, that's what
But
Here for Fun
Sammy
said.
appreciated the apology.
Yeah.
My brother had to endure a very uncomfortable few weeks at work while Sammy was traveling. I think by Thanksgiving, he was confident that Sammy wasn't going to screw with his job, right? Because Sammy was the person that got the job for that guy. When Sammy got back to work after our vacation, he went to her office to apologize. Again, I think he apologized just to appease us, which I think that's what we all think is
so.
happening. But he did it in person and didn't try to cop out. Like my sister, Sammy feels neutral about him. My other sister, my brother's twin, is the only holdout.
Whoa.
She hasn't given Sammy an
Whoa.
apology and seems pissed that she no longer has a built-in free babysitter. She's doubled down and said she has nothing to apologize for and Sammy is the one causing trouble. This has caused a bit of a rift in my family. My parents would like Sammy and I to come to Christmas dinner, but I'm not interested in being around my sister right now, and I'm not going to subject Sammy to that. My parents have even suggested that my sister should stay home to make us more comfortable in coming. While I appreciate the sentiment, I would feel guilty about my sister being alone on Christmas. Her kids will be with their dad. Sammy and I have plenty of offers from friends. My sister would probably not be able to find a place to go on short notice. Sammy has told my parents she would rather not create a bigger rift and will come over at another time. And Sammy told me privately that while she has forgiven my family, she's not at all comfortable hanging out with my family just yet.
Why would you want to hang out with people who
Understandable.
don't like you?
It would take forever. I mean, these apologies are like a step in the right
I would
direction.
always think that they don't like me.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't think you come. I don't know how you come back from that in a real way.
Yeah. She's not all comfortable hanging out with my family just yet. I'm perfectly okay with this. I feel like taking some time from my family will be a good thing. Sammy and I are still deciding where to go on Christmas, probably to my best friend's house. The best part of the update, my best friend's wife went ring shopping with me. She let me go to all the chain stores and balked at the prices for the same ring in every store. She eventually took me to a local jeweler and we discussed a custom ring. The jeweler completely understood what I wanted and I decided she would be great at designing a ring. She's pretty backed up with orders and she said she'd be able to get to it in January. A few nights ago, she texted me a picture of a stone she found to see if it fit and what I had in mind. Sammy saw the text and it led to an impromptu proposal. And she said yes. So now I have a fiancé. We haven't really told anyone. I'll tell my family at some point, but for now, I'm enjoying sharing this time with her. And we enjoy sharing this time with you, especially when you listen to our podcast, OK Storytime. Wherever you get your podcast, just search OK Storytime on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to us 24/7, 365, or at least for 47 days straight for 24 hours. But things are okay. Better than I hoped since my last post. I'm very sad about my sister because I miss her kids and her, and I miss my family, but I feel good about my decisions. I feel like things will get better with my family, except maybe my sister. In time. Sammy liked the idea of a destination wedding next summer, but we haven't even started any planning yet. Sammy told me after everything that's happened with my family, she feels confident that I have her back and that she finally has me as her true family. Would you have some comments? I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your sister, but shakeups like this can be the best time to switch gears. Have you spoken to her directly and privately? I would reach out, preferably in person, and lay it all on the line. Find out her reasoning why she said this, then call BS. Counter with nice things Sammy has done for your sister by her own choice. End the conversation by telling your sister that she's acting like an ugly person and you don't want to be part of her life until she corrects her mistakes. This leaves her an out. Say that Sammy's owed an apology and her entitlement, that being the sister, needs to end. She is lucky that Sammy ever babysit, and she'll never find someone that cares that much. I don't know how I'm feeling feisty right now, but I read you're skipping Christmas with family because you feel bad for sister. If you don't confront her, do not skip future family events. Let the family's choice of attendance do your talking for you. Keep a hard boundary though. Neither you nor family should attend nuclear family events with the sister until the issue is resolved. Don't let time sweep it under the rug. And OP replies, that's a very good idea. And I think I would partly enjoy calling her on all her crap. I hope my dad talk some sense into her because he's expressed how disappointed he is with her behavior. She's a daddy's girl and his disappointment carries a lot of weight. If not, I'll talk to her and not tiptoe around her pride.
My girlfriend demanded that I fire my cleaning lady, but I refused.
Yeah, what's she doing? She's cleaning your house. Why are you firing her?
This is a dumb argument, but I need people to weigh in. I, male 42, have a cleaning lady who comes every other week. She's super hardworking, really nice, and I completely trust her. She comes while I'm at work, and I get to come home to a clean house. The best feeling. By the way, this comes from Original Record 6915, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah.
And I am Keon.
And we're here to give good advice, hopefully. But we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, one time she told me she drank a can of Pepsi from my fridge and even asked if she should pay me back.
Wait,
The cleaner or the girlfriend? Who asked? I told her she 100% has my permission to take a break and eat, drink, whatever she needs
It's
while
the
she's here.
girlfriend, not the.
No, I think that's the cleaner.
It's the cleaning lady for sure, but I wanted to be funny.
Oh,
Like, no.
okay.
You have to give permission to your girlfriend.
Since then, she'll occasionally have a pop, a glass of juice, or once she said she had a piece of toast. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
A piece.
The toast?
Whoa. That's crossing the line.
She's never helped herself to any meals, snacks, or anything beyond that. My girlfriend, female 38, was over the other night and said she saw my cleaning lady stealing from the fridge. I told her she wasn't stealing. Lol. She has my permission. And she's definitely not sitting around being lazy. She was taking a break. My girlfriend said it's weird, unprofessional, and that it could lead to boundary crossing. I told her I've known this woman for 2 years and nothing like that has ever happened. Girlfriend thinks I should fire her before it gets worse. Girlfriend, I think you should shut up.
Girlfriend, I think you should leave.
I think you should mind
I
your
think you
own
should be
business.
fired.
Are you cleaning the house? No.
Yeah.
Just thank your lucky stars that you have a partner who has a nice clean house.
Right?
It's not every man's apartment is nice and clean.
Yeah, and also, like, why would that be such a big deal if she literally gave her permission? See, I can't with, like, the cleaning and the nanny and all of that, because then I just think of myself.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
this
like-
person.
I literally yesterday went and stole the gallon of milk that they have in the fridge because
As
I
you
really
should.
wanted cereal last night.
Yeah.
And then I came back up and put it back up. But, like, I'm allowed to do that.
Exactly. And OP's
Like-
cleaner was allowed to do that as well.
Yeah, like, I'm given
Be
permission.
nice to the people that are taking care of your house.
Yeah.
Our cleaning lady is very lovely. Am I wrong for thinking, why change something that's been working perfectly fine? Am I being weird? And relevant comments say comment 1 says, your cleaning lady, your place, your choice. I think that she's the one being weird about it. OP says, I don't understand what's so weird about it. My house is clean and she does a great job every time. That's all I care. Commenter 2 says, is your cleaning lady a different race than your girlfriend? OP says, nope, we're all white. Comment 3 says, you've got a girlfriend problem. She looks down on this woman for being a cleaning lady, not the a-hole. And comment 4 says, you have a hardworking woman that takes a pop on occasion or a piece of toast with your permission. Please do not fire her as she is a rarity. Your girlfriend is cold and unkind. Comment 5 says, and I guarantee you she was either very hungry or maybe not feeling well for her to make a single piece of toast. She could have eaten anything according to OP, but chose something simple to fill her belly. OP says exactly. The fact that she just needed juice or pop means she was tired and needed sugar or caffeine. I also wonder, I mean, like, not that it would really matter, but like maybe this person is like diabetic. was not feeling well. There are tons of reasons.
Every day is different, and no
Yeah.
one should be like judged if they feel tired one
No,
day.
exactly.
You know, doing like something. You know, like things happen, things come up, and you may
Yeah.
be stressed, and it's like, but I still have to work. I'm still gonna do the work. It's not like it's affecting her work.
Yeah, it's
You know,
like
she's still getting it done.
exactly. It's like when you have like workers come into your home and they're doing construction on something, and you give
Yeah.
them water. Or
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
always my mom always is like, you guys
Yeah.
want lemonade? We have like extra, like
Yeah,
I'll
they're
make she'll
doing
make
a
them wraps.
service.
Like I don't know.
Yes, I told her she can eat or drink anything yet. She has never eaten my leftovers or any meals I prepared or any treats I have in the fridge. Comment 6 is not the a-hole. Your cleaning lady is following predetermined rules and is not taking advantage of you. As you said, she's hardworking and doing what you had agreed with. Why mess with what's not broken? OP says exactly my argument. Comment 7 says not the a-hole. How long have you been with your girlfriend? She sounds a little bit entitled, but maybe I'm getting the wrong impression. I do think that her taking the Pepsi the first time is a little weird. But since you told her she could in the future, she isn't doing anything weird, and I feel like your girlfriend is overstepping. And OP says about 5 months that he's been with his girlfriend.
So yeah, so I think that they're just probably like being weird, and they have
Oh.
no place to say that like, oh, you need to get rid of this person
No,
because they like.
it's been 5 months. Again, I feel like she's taking for granted that she gets clean house.
Yeah,
Like,
clean house, and like she's not stealing anything. She's
Yeah.
not like not doing her job. Like
Mhm.
all the things are good happening. You have a good relationship. You've known
Yeah.
her for 2 years.
exactly.
So,
2
like-
longer than you've been with this girlfriend.
Yeah, and the girlfriend's just like, I don't like her.
Yeah.
She takes your food because you told her to. Okay. So there's no problem here. So be quiet.
Be quiet. Comment 8. Does your girlfriend live with you? If so, a conversation is needed because no one should have someone they're uncomfortable with in their home. I think her discomfort is unreasonable, but that's a different conversation. If she doesn't live with you, she's not paying the housekeeper and she doesn't intend to take over the cleaning herself. She can mind her own business, not the a-hole. OP says she doesn't live with me. She stays at my place a couple nights a week. So she's probably not even there, like rarely ever when the cleaner is there anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like she
not-
was happened to be that one time.
It's just not like the girlfriend or whatever, the partner is making a bigger issue than
Yeah.
it should be. There's like no reason to like cause any disruption at all because nothing has happened. You're
Exactly.
making problems for yourself.
How long has OP known the cleaning lady and would he date her? OP says, I've known the cleaning lady way before I started dating my girlfriend. If I wanted to hook up with her, I would have done it back then. Even if she was the most beautiful woman on earth, there's no way I'd ever do it because then I'd lose my cleaning lady. How she looks doesn't matter at all. I don't know. That's silly.
They like said like,
They're
well,
like,
I would have
you
done it
F
if I
your
would,
cleaning lady?
but this doesn't matter.
I could do it.
He's
I really
like,
wanted to.
even if she was hot, I wouldn't do it because she's the best cleaning lady.
Because she cleans my house. What she's rubbing my
What?
dirty.
She's rubbing
She's
what?
rubbing what?
She's rubbing my counters with cleaner. There I
don't
there
want her
we
to
go.
rub anything else.
She could clean OP too.
She could rub.
OP.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
That's actually all I gotta say.
That's actually all of it.
it.
No, the rubbing is gone. It's gone. It's here and it's gone.
But there is an update. I think that you need to have a serious conversation with your girlfriend and say, girly, what is up?
Yeah, girly pop, come on.
Girly pop, what is up? Why don't you like having a clean house?
Yeah, it's literally.
I
This
love
is
having
just
a
about
clean
the
house. Savannah knows. I love having a
I know,
clean
I
house
walked in-
and having our lovely cleaner.
I walked in
Yeah.
this morning
Yeah.
and just like relished at the fact that it was such a clean kitchen. Because you don't see that in many houses. You don't.
Stop.
I clean the kitchen because I have
Yeah.
to. My own kitchen, it's okay. I clean it when I have time, but
yeah.
But yours is just spotless all the time.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a team effort.
Sophia's a cleaning lady.
Yeah. It's team effort. Me and the cleaner. I do the week that she doesn't come. But there is an update. Okay, wow. I had no idea a silly debate between me and my girlfriend would blow up like this. I talked to her and she said she thinks it's weird that my cleaning lady could grab something to eat or drink. She said it'd be better if she brought her own stuff. I was like, the woman goes to multiple clients a day. She can't be carrying a whole suitcase of snacks on top of the vacuum mop and everything else. And it's not like she's raiding my whole fridge, so who cares? My girlfriend said it makes her uncomfortable. Then she asked why I even needed a cleaning lady when I live in a 2-bedroom and told me to just be an adult and clean your own place. She's jealous. She wants a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to be the cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She said, I don't need a cleaning lady to mommy me. I was like, she's not mommying me. She's a huge help. And my place looks amazing after she leaves. I really don't understand why this girl is complaining about her boyfriend having a clean apartment.
Because maybe it's like, maybe he's lazy. Maybe the fact that he needs someone to clean.
I don't know. I'd be like,
Ick.
that's awesome.
If I could pay someone to clean, I would do it. I like cleaning.
Yeah.
But
It's just like, I don't know. I clean a lot, but
It's a time
it's really
thing.
nice,
Yeah.
especially with how big our house is and how many people live in it and come through it every day. Having someone just help
just,
out
yeah,
is really
just make
nice.
sure everything's just
Yeah.
going good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love cleaning people.
Do you like cleaning people?
Yeah.
Then she said, when we move in or get married, the cleaning lady has to go because she doesn't like strangers in her house. And then I need to get off my butt and do my part.
Oh,
See,
there you
like
go.
I
But
said-
don't worry about it, girl. You don't have to deal with the cleaning lady or him because he's not going to marry you.
Guess what? I think OP's gonna pick the cleaning lady over.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
She's been with him for 2 years. Girlfriend's been 5 months.
And all girlfriend's been doing is just making it a
Yeah.
mess.
That's true.
Yeah.
Physically, probably.
Mhm.
And
Emotionally. I told her I don't get her logic at all. She doesn't charge much. I can easily afford her, and my house looks great. So, what's the issue? She kept going on about how I'm being lazy and acting like a man baby and that I should act like an adult. I told her I'm 42. And for my 40th birthday, I hired a cleaning lady as a gift to myself because I want my free time to relax.
I would have responded with "Goo goo gaga, you're out of here." I guess.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, Goo Goo
Oh,
Gaga.
why are
see
you
ya.
dating a baby? That's weird. And I'm not changing that. I honestly have no effing clue what your problem is. I just don't get it. She hung up. Whatever. I'm honestly too old for this crap. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep.
I'm too old for this. Good night.
Update 2. This is such a weird, just to pause real quick. It's so weird that her whole excuse or argument is that he's being lazy.
Yeah,
If
but
if OP
I
was
don't know.
financially struggling,
Yes. If he had a cleaner and that was hurting him financially, I'd be like, hey, maybe
Yeah.
you should clean your own house because you can't afford this. But that's
Yeah.
not the case.
yeah, but he can afford it, and
Yeah.
then he uses his time how he wants.
I
Like
don't
that
know.
sounds like the dream.
Yeah, exactly. If the cleaner was like brushing his teeth, wiping his butt kind of thing,
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, you
If
are a
they
man
were
baby.
overstepping the boundaries that
Yeah.
like either weren't like clearly explained or whatever, then then I would understand that. But she hasn't done anything, and she does exactly what he says. She also has other clients that she sees, not like
Yeah.
it's just her or it's just him or
I
whatever.
think
So.
the cleaning lady needs to take out the trash.
I'm going to bed with the cleaning lady.
The trash being OP's girlfriend.
I'm cleaning the cleaning lady.
I'm gonna clean her.
Mhm.
I'm gonna clean her and clock you. I'm gonna clean both your
I'm going to
clocks
clock you out.
in different ways.
Oh, man. Update 2. She texted that she can't waste her time with a lazy man who rather would give full control of her house to a maid instead of getting off his butt to do cleaning the house himself. I told her best of luck. She told me to go F yourself. Jeez.
Did she say clean her house? Excuse me?
Looking forward to spending the holidays with my son this year in my very clean house. Thank you, everyone. I don't understand why she's complaining. But I'm not going to complain. If you guys listen to full episodes of stories just like this, just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Again, I really don't understand, not to generalize because everyone can be messy, but like a lot of men can be quite messy. And for her to be like, I'm angry that you have a clean house.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it's like it seems like she's one of those people that is just finding something to complain
Yeah.
about just to complain about it and be like, and it could be like a test to be like, oh, is he gonna do what I say type
Yeah.
of thing,
So
because I feel like
weird.
girls also like will do that sometimes. So I don't know, but good riddance, honestly. She
Mhm.
was annoying.
She was annoying.
Bye.
It was only 5 months, honestly.
Yeah, it was only 5 months.
is 5 months versus 2 years.
Is she?
We got to think about the important relationships.
Yeah,
And that's
It's
you
true.
and your cleaning lady.
And the cleaning lady's it. I would
Yeah.
have gone with the cleaning
I
lady
think it's
too.
time to
Mhm.
date the cleaning lady.
Yeah.
I would go with the cleaning lady every time.
Yeah. She's so clean.
She's just so clean. Why wouldn't you want that?
But there are some comments. Quick question, was marriage even on the table before this? OP says, we did talk about it. Yeah. She asked me if I want to get married one day. I said yes.
Not to you.
That's so
Wait,
funny.
go
Because so basically that commenter is bringing that up because she said, well, when one day we're married, I don't want a cleaner in the house and stuff.
Oh.
And they're like, did you guys even talk about marriage? Like, why did she bring
Oh.
that up? And I think it's funny that OP's like, well, I guess so. She said, do you want to get married one day? And I said yes, which is such a basic, like,
well,
it's like
one
a
day
first
I'd like to
date
get
question,
married,
you know?
but maybe not to you,
Yeah.
but just in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
not,
God.
like, you guys didn't really talk about it.
That's so funny.
Another commenter says, if she's this threatened by the cleaning lady, how long is it going to be until she tells your son to stop remembering his mom?
Yeah.
OP says she has never commented about her picture being on my wall, my late wife and my son as a kid. And she asked who she was, and I told her. She has met my son twice. I honestly don't know. Commenter 3 says, bro, she's extremely jealous. This is a massive red flag. I'm guessing either the relationship isn't that old and she's been hiding her jealousy, or you have been ignoring the red flags. Has she gotten cold towards you after you mentioned or have normal interactions with other women? This type of stuff doesn't go away, it gets worse. If she is this jealous of a cleaning lady, then she likely has been building up anger and resentment every time you talk about or interact with a woman. You can try having a conversation about her jealousy, but it's kind of hard to discuss an issue when the other person's opinion is based on non-logical emotion. I'm not the kind of person to jump to suggesting to break things off, but this is bad. I mean, you wouldn't be here posting this if you didn't already know that. You're just looking for confirmation, so here it is. OP says, no, I don't think she's jealous at all. She sees me as a lazy man baby and wonders why I don't do it myself.
Who cares?
Oh, read this comment.
Downvoted commenter.
It's gotta be the girlfriend.
You're the a-hole. You're picking a cleaning lady over your girlfriend? Plain and simple. She makes your girlfriend uncomfortable. Girlfriend doesn't need a reason to be uncomfortable. Yes, she does.
Yes,
Yes, like she actually does. I think they're trying to equate that to like, oh, you don't need a reason to break up. You don't need a reason to not want someone in your house. She does need an actual reason
I don't know if it
because
was.
it's not her house.
It wasn't in the story, was it? Where OP. What if it was a cleaning like maid? Like, I mean, a cleaning man. Like it was a man.
Yeah,
Did he bring that up? Like instead of a lady, what was a? What was
it's a woman.
I know it's a woman, but if did he make that like? What
I
if it was a
don't
man?
know. They didn't.
He didn't bring that up. Would she still act the same?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is this strictly just about why don't you clean your own house? Which is
Yeah.
also not a valid argument.
No,
It's
if
a
I had the
terrible
money,
argument.
Yeah.
She's got
If I-
zero grounds of like.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Dakota about another subject a while ago, and it was about this girl, like this daughter, who paid like her dad asked her to pay
Yeah, I
to
remember
clean the
this.
snow out of the driveway, and instead of actually doing it, she paid someone to do it. So she used her own money, and then he got mad at her and was like, "Hey, I asked you to do that and stuff." And we kind of had a whole conversation of like,
It's still getting done.
exactly. She's paying for it, in that scenario. So in this scenario, he's not being a lazy man child. He's still getting it done. It's just he's using the money that he probably has extra time to do more work
Yeah.
and get more money
Or hang out with his
because
son.
he doesn't have to spend time,
Yeah.
or hang out with son because he doesn't have to spend time cleaning the house.
Yeah, and he literally talked about, he's like,
Yeah.
I hire a cleaner so that I can relax.
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't
Yeah,
have to
it's
come
probably
home to
like
a
a
messy
busy
house.
person.
Like that's great. I'm
Yeah.
like that's the life.
Yeah.
Everyone wants that. So
Mhm.
why would
Yeah.
like nobody wants
Yeah.
to
If
come
he
home
got,
to a dirty
like,
house.
5 Roombas.
Yeah.
Would she be upset?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the extent of,
Yeah, like because I'm not like cleaning the toilets. Like I'm so sorry. I didn't, clean the counters today. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like,
so
for
I'm
example,
lazy for doing that.
in a different example for our house, I love hosting. And usually we typically will have our cleaning lady come the day after, and it just makes it so much easier to host and have fun and enjoy the party
Yeah.
without having to worry about the whole house being a
Yeah.
mess. I think it offers a lot of freedom if you can afford it. to do things that you want to do. And
yeah,
focus
literally,
your
my
energy.
neighbor hires a cleaning lady to come
Yeah.
like every like 2 weeks to just like clean the bathrooms. Like she said, I can't do bathrooms. It just grosses
Exactly.
me
It
out.
doesn't
and
even have to be the whole house.
Yeah.
It can just be like little
Yeah,
things.
And she just has people come in and they just clean the bathrooms and then
Yeah.
they leave.
And
And
to be
like
clear, it's like, of course, it is a privilege. But like, if you have that money, I don't know why she would be upset about that.
exactly.
But there is a little bit more. You knowing she is should be enough. I forgot that this commenter was still talking. If you respected your girlfriend and valued her opinion, you would talk about this in person. Also, I can't help but think your cleaning lady must also be beautiful. Maybe even mildly attractive.
This has to be the girlfriend.
Yeah.
This could be the real problem. Maybe your girlfriend is uncomfortable with another woman in your house. It sets me off. Ick. I'd hate to know another woman was in my home. That's like a you
But
problem.
also not her house.
Professionally doesn't mean it's automatically not a problem for your relationship. You don't care about your relationship, and that's sad. That's like OP saying that she's not allowed to have like a guy come in and fix her electrical problem.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
well, no, you can't have another man in your house. And she's like, but he's here to fix my like freaking lights.
Yeah.
Pool, it's like the pool guy.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
his
yeah.
job.
It's like that's the pool.
It's
He's
his
like he cleans
job.
the pool.
Yeah. He comes over, cleans the pool, and then leaves, and that's the service that you pay for. So you don't have to do it yourself.
strange.
This is all just like normal work.
OP says, it's not a competition. I'm not picking anyone over anyone. I'm at that age that I have no shame hiring help if that means I get to relax more. I also take my car for an oil change instead of doing it myself. Did I choose the mechanic over my girlfriend?
Right? There you
Exactly.
go.
As I said earlier, I've known the cleaning lady way before I started dating my girlfriend. If I wanted to hook up with her, I would have done it back then, even if she was the most beautiful woman on earth. There's no way I'd ever do it because then I'd lose my cleaning lady. So they were just kind of repeating that earlier comment. And that is the end of that story.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry. I think your girlfriend is dealing with a lot of insecurities that she needs to work through
Yeah.
and that don't really have anything to do with you.
And good thing you got out of there. I'm glad you made her run for the hills.
Yep, and kept your cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Good decision.
There's better people to spend your time with.
Yeah. But that's the end of that story, and we've got another one coming right up. A sock exposed my girlfriend's affair, and the truth was worse than I expected.
Oh no, the truth is what was in the sock.
So, a couple days ago, I, male 20, was at my girlfriend's, female 22, place cleaning her room while she was at work, which I occasionally do whenever I come over. Upon cleaning, I found a sock that didn't belong to me between her bed and nightstand. I know it's not mine because I don't own any socks of that brand. By the way, this comes from throwaway57372. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Carly.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we know. So let us know you know in the comments. And OP says, I immediately became upset and left, but I didn't text my girl because I didn't want to jump at her, especially while she was at work. So I went home and chilled out. When she got off work and got home, we FaceTimed. And that's when I asked her, whose sock is that? She said, it's probably one of my exes before I met you. That is a pretty good response. That seems pretty believable.
Pretty good deflection.
Yeah. She said it so calmly. She was just, it's my ex's.
It's my ex's sock. I'll let him know.
And I said, we've been dating for almost 7 months. I've cleaned your room many times, and I've never noticed a sock that your ex left. I could tell that she wasn't taking me seriously until she finally said, are you trying to accuse me of cheating? And I said, no. I just want to know whose sock it is, because you know that it doesn't belong to me or you. Opie, you're trying to accuse her of cheating. And she hung up immediately after, and I blew up her phone. So about 15 minutes later, she called me back. This time, it was her roommate on the phone. Her roommate claimed the sock belonged to a guy she was with, and it ended up there. When my girlfriend and her roommate were talking, he came in, threw a sock at her. Apparently, the guy just never came back to search and get the sock. The guy was a one-night stand on Tinder, so she didn't have any way to contact him and confirm. That sounds pretty suspicious.
Yeah. It's almost like she hung up the phone, schemed with her roommate for 15 minutes, and then called you back.
So the story just had holes and felt made up on the spot.
But did the sock have holes?
Yeah, that's a real question. I just said, okay, I really didn't believe that story. Because if it was true, why didn't my girlfriend remember some guy throwing a sock at them? I'm not naive or gullible. I know it could be a lie, but I just overthink so much that I drive myself crazy. I don't want to act on anything that I'm not 100% sure about, but my gut is telling me otherwise. Do you guys think she's cheating? Should I investigate more or let it go? And OP adds additional details. I'll add a detail that's not in my post. My girlfriend and I don't text all day, every day. We're just not that type to be under each other every day. We both have jobs, and I go to school, so we're busy. We probably spend 2 to 3 nights a week with each other. I'm just never all up in her space, wondering where she's at or what she's doing. Relevant comments. Before we get into those, what do you think?
I think you should investigate more. I don't know much of investigating you can even do.
Yeah.
I think every way that she went about this is suspicious.
It's all pretty suspicious. Yeah.
Like, if she wouldn't have just like hung up on you as soon as she was like, "Are you accusing me of cheating?" It's like she was like, "Okay, well, I gotta go talk to my lawyer. I'll get back to you."
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? It's like if that was the case and you didn't cheat, you'd be like, "Well, no, I didn't. It's just some guy's sock." Like I don't
know. It's just a sock.
you know.
Yeah. I'm wondering a little bit about your relationship dynamic in that you like go over to her house. You've been dating for 7 months and you like clean her house semi-regularly.
Yeah, enough to be like, I know that
Yeah,
sock.
I
Wasn't there
know
before.
that sock. Like, that's just interesting. Don't know how I feel about it. Top relevant comments. Up Down says, if she shares a washer and dryer with other people, it would be really easy to end up with a misplaced sock. Opie says, that's a really good point. I didn't think of this. But if this were the case, why would they tell me the story about a guy throwing a sock at them? Switch SCE to Ox says, you're not paranoid. Her story stinks like low tide.
Yes, her story stinks of the bounty of the sea.
The problem with this story is that there are a lot of amazing coincidences in it. It's like lightning. I turned into Benoit Blanc.
It's loud.
It's lightning striking us same place twice. I actually can't
Talking
do
in
that.
the same place twice.
There we go. You did it better. It can happen, but rarely does. For instance, why would the one-time Tinder hookup of the roommate feel so comfortable with your girlfriend that he threw a sock at her in her room? In turn, why was she so comfortable with having a stranger throw a sock at her that she didn't remember it? Was she blackout wasted? You have 2 choices: leave, bell rings, or stay. If you stay and give her the benefit of the doubt, then make sure you never bring it up again. However, you also need to keep one eye open for little things like, is she hiding her phone, etc., or having more girls' nights out than she used to. If her behavior is sketchy going forward, then you've confirmed that she's cheating. And OP says, so with the Tinder thing, I don't know how her roommate does it, but she becomes really comfortable with randoms, and if you've seen the roommate and a random guy together, you'd think they're a couple with how smooth they are. She had times where she had spicy sleep with guys, and they ended up staying a few nights before he actually leaves. Racing Guru says you should probably implant a tracking device, or you could just chill out and not question her every move. If you're that concerned about her cheating, you need to either move on or figure out why she would cheat on you. I'd say one reason is you being overbearing. She's a person and not your possession. Many, many men and women don't seem to understand this. You're in a relationship, not an owner and product situation. Which I think is kind of a reach. We don't really know OP's relationship with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was completely idiotic.
OP says, what gives you the impression that I'm trying to own her? I literally asked about a sock that didn't belong to me that was in her room. Stitch O'Neill says, I think honestly, if you genuinely feel the roommate story was a lie, then that red flag is shining bright, brother. It's gone from your girlfriend saying it's an ex to her roommate saying it was her one-night stand. One or both of them is lying. It don't take a genius to work that out. What you do with that information is up to you, but I know what I would do, and I wouldn't be giving my girlfriend the glorious title of ex.
Okay, Shakespeare.
If she can lie now, she will lie again later. How many lies are you willing to swallow?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty hungry.
OP says, that's the thing. Also, her and her roommate have been friends for a long time. I know how easily I could get a friend to lie for me. Captain Howdy says, how does one leave someone's apartment and not realize they are missing a sock? If it was a Tinder date, I'm sure when he was about to leave, he would have realized, oh, F, I don't have one of my socks on, and went and retrieved the sock from her room. Was there a period of time where you didn't hear from her for a few days? Maybe she had a visitor come into town and stayed with her for a few days, and he left a sock then. That's really the only way I see this happening. Or she had a dude over and something made him leave in a big hurry, and he left a sock as he was running out of there. I think it's very odd, and you are correct in your suspicions.
I think this commenter has never been face to face with male indifference. You got to put your shoes on.
That's what I was saying.
You got one sock. Like, whatever. I got more socks at home.
Yeah, he's like,
I got to get out of here.
guy's like, I think I threw that in that girl's room.
Huh.
I am not going back in her room. I don't know her. I don't need that sock. Okay, it was really left from an ex, and she was moving crap around in her room and came across it and didn't think it was a big deal. I don't see why she would get off the phone quickly and get her roommate involved. Sorry, man, but I really think she's getting it on with another dude. And OP says, the only way I could think that someone would leave a sock is if they're comfortable being at your house and they know that they'll eventually come back to get it. And there is an update, folks. But what do you think?
Socks are more valuable than gold in this here economy.
Apparently.
Can't let us. What kind of man would let a sock lie?
Apparently, socks are like everything to OP. I still am shocked that, like, one, he saw the sock, was like, I know the room like the back of my hand. There's no way that that sock was there before.
No, it's not my sock.
Knew
it's
it was
her
not
sock.
his sock. Because honestly, if I saw a sock that was around my size, I'd be like, that's probably my sock. That's probably my sock.
I have socks that I don't know where they came from.
I don't know where half
I
my
do.
socks
I have
came
some
from.
socks from like I don't even know where that one's from.
Yeah. I steal a lot of my mom's socks. Could be my mom's sock. I don't know. Who's to say?
Who really is to say?
Who's to say? Update. About a week ago, I posted about finding a male sock in my girlfriend's room while cleaning up. And here's the update. So for this last week, we've gone back and forth about it. The story has changed so many times,
Ugh.
but now I finally got the truth.
Dude, what do you mean so many times? As soon as the story changes
Yeah.
once, it's like, all right, have a nice life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take
I
your
know it.
sock and go.
I know what you've done now. There's no way you change that story even one
No.
time.
I tried to take everyone's advice and let it go, but the whole time while this was going on, I just felt like I was being ouchied in the gut.
Schmanked.
The situation went from her saying it was her roommate's guy to her saying that I planted the sock there to have an excuse to hate her and be controlling. Truly, the second she said that, we're done. The second that she starts blaming it on you,
Dude.
it's like, oh, okay, well, now I know you're lying.
She tried to boing whip it back at you. Be like, actually, I know me and my roommate made up a complete fabrication. But actually, this was now all your fault,
It's
which
all your
negates
fault.
the fact that I lied about it for no reason.
Yeah, and he's
No
like,
reason at all.
what about the Tinder date? And she's like, that didn't exist. You made me lie about that.
That's right. This is actually you mind controlled me.
But 2 days ago, she told me the truth, and this is what really happened. Before her and I started dating, she told me that there were two guys that were friends who used to come over to their place and they would hook up. One guy would be for her roommate and one would be for her. Her roommate connected with the guy who she used to hook up with, and since he was going, he invited his friend that my girlfriend used to hook up with. My girlfriend claimed that she had no idea that this guy was coming over. Anyways, she said feelings started coming up, so her and this guy go to her room, and she told him that she had a boyfriend, but he didn't care. At first, she said they just talked. Then she said they kissed. And then she said he performed spastic sleep with his mouth, but she stopped him. I didn't believe one, But I think they had spicy sleep because why would he take off his socks? But I guess that doesn't really matter at all. I broke up with her and I pretended not to be around her, but I'm really broken up about it. She wastedly called me last night asking, do I love her? And after I had the heart to hang up, I almost cried. I know, like, I could just work it out with her, but I have a no cheating policy. Don't work it out with her.
Wow.
By the way, you should work it out with us by listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left in this story, but no, don't work it out with her.
The speed at which I would have said no through the phone would have broken the sound barrier. No, it would have broken the light speed barrier. It would have actually gotten to her before she even finished asking.
Yeah.
Is how fast I would have replied.
No.
Nope. Do you still love me? You love me? No. Nope. No, 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 no.
I mean, props to you, OP. You've got, like, cheating eagle eyes. You saw a sock and went, I know what happened here.
Fellas, this is just a PSA. Clean your girlfriend's room all the time. Clean your girlfriend's room all the time.
You know what? I like that idea.
Yeah.
Clean your girlfriend's room all the time.
And
I
then
like
you'll
this
know
idea.
every single sock on the
You just become
inventory list.
so
you can be like
so
OP.
acquainted. But there is a little bit left. I've cheated on people. Oh. People have cheated on me. So I know what it's like to be on both sides. I've watched my dad cheat on my mom growing up, and seeing what it did to our family was bad. Sauce and Cat says you're really better off. How many lies does it take? Red flags, especially about cheating and making up stories. You're heartbroken now, but in a few weeks, you'll realize how much better off you are and will find someone better. And OP says, I'd rather her tell me the truth the first time instead of putting me in the spin cycle. I just thought she was so different, but I guess everyone thinks their partner is. But we got a little bit left from OP. I'm 20. The last time I cheated when I was 15. Okay. And I never even touched another girl. All I did was spicy text and get spicy images. That's not justification, though. The reason I don't cheat now is because that girl I cheated on effed another guy and left me for him, and then asked me, how do I F another man? I don't know how to, because you're the only person I've ever been with. That's why I don't cheat and never will again. That's why? That's why you don't cheat? Not because, like, it's bad? Okay. Anyway. So for all the people saying I'll cheat again, you guys suck. Saying I need to reassess and once a cheater, always a cheater, never seen growth, especially from childish ways. Yeah, I have a no cheating policy. That applies to whoever I date and myself. I won't allow myself to do it. If I'm that unsatisfied or unhappy, I'll leave. Yeah. I mean, you're 20. You did this when you were 15. It seems like you've grown. Your reasoning is a little strange, but that's all right. And there you go.
Well,
that's the end of that story.
Look at that, folks.
My girlfriend tested me with her friends, but I failed for being loyal?
Ooh, that stinks for you, guy.
I, male 25, and my girlfriend, female 25, have been in a relationship for 4 years. Before that, we were friends for more than 2 years, so I have known her for at least 6 years. We get along great and don't have many arguments or fights. By the way, this comes from throwaway F6856856, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Savannah.
And we're going to give you good advice goofly, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, last Sunday, my girlfriend's friend Susan asked me to come to her place and told me that my girlfriend was there and we could all just hang out. We were at the local deli and Susan's apartment is just a block away, so I went with her. Got there and saw my girlfriend and her friends calling me a cheater. She was crying. Honestly, at that point, I didn't know what was going on. It was all very confusing. My girlfriend's other friend was saying, break up with him. He's a cheat. After things calmed down a little, I told her that Susan told me that she would be here, so I don't understand what was going on. Apparently, Susan blew their plan, and she wasn't supposed to tell me that my girlfriend would be there. He's like, what's going on? I was here to meet you. Susan!
we did it wrong.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why my girlfriend thinks she has the right to be mad at me. It should be me who was mad at her. She literally tried to set me up and failed. How embarrassing for her.
I know.
Her
Yikes.
narrative now is that I shouldn't have gone home with another woman. And what if Susan was lying? What? Well, then he would have left.
Yeah, that's your friend.
Susan is her best friend, and she told me that my girlfriend was there. I had no reason to suspect she was lying. Right now, she thinks that I would actually cheat on her if I got a good opportunity. Basically, she thinks I would go to some random woman's house that I meet. How effing realistic. I don't think she realizes how stupid that sounds. I love her and don't want to dump her over this, but it is very stupid to set someone up to do something bad. I think I can get past her stupid test, but what is pissing me off is that she isn't talking to me and just says that she now knows that I have the potential to cheat. What are you talking about? With every passing day, I'm honestly getting tired of her crap. What do you guys think? Relevant comments, but before we get to those.
Like, why? Why even, like, I don't know. It seems like that this test was going to be just a fail in general. Like, it does. I don't think OP could have won, because if he, if you said, oh, like, if Susan was like, hey, like, your girlfriend's going to be here. Like, you want to come over and hang out?
No.
Yeah,
hate my girlfriend.
Yeah, if he says yes and he goes over there, then he's in the wrong, I guess.
Apparently he cheats.
Yeah. But so the plan was supposed to be Susan just texts him and say, hey, come over, let's hang out.
Yes.
And he was supposed to say no.
Which I'm sure he would have said no
to. I don't know. This is stupid. And why even test him? If you don't trust him, just say I don't trust you. Why do you have to put dumb tests?
And then we're gonna break up. And then it's chill. I do think you should break up with her, because I think there is a possibility here that she is maybe being influenced by her friends to have done this test. If that were the case after the fact, when, he's like, no, I would never cheat, then she should have dropped it. And yet that also didn't happen. So double in the wrong here.
This girl's stupid. She pisses me off.
Peak Penguin says, your girlfriend is 25 going on 15. I'd be done with anyone trying to catch me with stupid games like this. I'd be even more done at the fact that she's still effing mad at you, even though her friend blew the plan. Sounds like she's insistent on believing exactly what she wanted to believe. And OP says, it's starting to look like that, honestly. Feyria says, everyone has the potential to cheat, we just choose not to. If your girl is being like this now, it won't get better later. If anything, it'll get much, much worse. We don't always want to do what needs to be done, and you need to dump this crazy woman. She's toxic, and so are her friends. And OP responds, everyone has the potential to cheat, we just choose not to. Exactly what I tried to tell her. Not getting through to her think noggin, because she is mad at me for something she made up. I can work with her if she apologizes and promises to work on it, but this is getting exhausting. And we've got an update 4 days later, but yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to work on it with her.
Yeah, like, what is there to even work on, because she started this problem?
Truly. Stop self-sabotaging, folks.
Yeah, so just seems like she's self-sabotaging.
Update 4 days later. It was really difficult, but I broke up with her.
Woo,
nice.
As you should.
The way she handled the situation at first gave me the impression that I was signing up for a lot more tests if I stay with her, so I ended things. Only after that, she apologized and promised to never do anything like this again, and said that this is something very minor, which shouldn't cause a breakup. Part of me wanted to trust her and give it a go, but I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm not certain about it. As for Susan, after this, I ran into her at the Deli Daily, and she confessed that she wasn't on board with her girlfriend's plan. Thus, she partly messed up the plan without betraying her friends. Oh, well, Susan couldn't cut it. She didn't want to do it.
Susan said, yeah, I really don't want to be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, accidentally mess this up.
Oops, did I do that? I guess something is better than nothing, and I thanked her for it. It still weirds me out a little that I can't go to my ex-girlfriend at the time, BFF's home when invited, whom I've also known for a significant amount of time without being called a cheater. Yeah, also weird. What if he had said yes to hanging out with Susan? Maybe they have that type of friendship.
That's when you don't trust your friends or your boyfriend.
Yes.
Then you have to look at yourself and be like, why don't I trust anyone?
Why do I keep pushing everyone away?
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know what was going through my ex's head. Susan told me that even though she was not on board with the plan, she was the one who brought up the YouTube video about testing partners to the group, and the rest of the girlfriends decided it would be a good idea to test it on me, as my ex was the only one in a relationship with me at the time. They were like, oh my God, this would be so much fun. You're the only one with a boyfriend, so you do have to do it. It would be so much fun.
That's just so weird.
Yeah. I bet
What?
Susan also brought it up being like, oh my God, isn't this crazy? And everyone was like, crazy good. Sounds like an amazing idea.
She's like, oh.
Yes, that is also what I meant.
Sure.
By the way, I mean to say that you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We've got a little bit left. According to her, it got out of hand from there, and she was tasked with baiting me at the deli. Jeez Louise, guys. I don't know if this was the right decision or not, but I guess I'll find that out in a couple of years down the road. I think you already know it's the right decision. Final comments. Under the Floor Again says, what the F did I just read in your OP? Lord Almighty, this is such schemy effery. You did the absolute right thing. She's 25, F's sake. I truly don't understand people sometimes, and to put someone she's meant to love through this kind of crap, that's not love nor trust. I wish you all the best and hope that in your future you find someone who doesn't cheat playing solitaire with themselves.
No, for real. That's a good
That
analogy.
is
I
a
like that.
great analogy. OP says, what the F? This is me trying to comprehend what just happened to me from last Sunday to now. What I still don't understand is if she would have caught me cheating, we would have broken up. She deceived me and we still broke up. Like, if her end goal wasn't breaking up, then all of this is just stupid. Zeno22 says, even if your ex-girlfriend hadn't been there, I don't get what's wrong with going to hang out with your girlfriend's best friend one-on-one. Was Susan supposed to not only ask to hang out, but to also seduce you? OP says, I don't see anything wrong with hanging out one-on-one. I have known Susan for years now. Personally, I don't get it either. And that's it.
So all
I
in
don't
all,
know.
this girl's crazy.
Or is she
And she got
crazy?
what she wanted? Question mark. I don't even know what she wanted. I don't know what the goal was here. So
I also don't know.
whatever.
I think her friends were like, we should do this. And she's like,
Is
yeah,
this a war crime?
a war crime. This is a war crime. Put it in there. Put it in the list. I told my girlfriend we should go on a break, but what I meant was a vacation.
That's awkward.
My girlfriend, 24 female, and I, 25 male, have had a great relationship for the past year where we have always been able to talk about the things on our minds or the things we need to improve on as a couple. By the way, this comes from need to go on a break. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Vincent.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, over the past few months, she has been stressed with an increasing workload and has probably at times been burning the candle at both ends. I have been working hard and have picked up an additional job to fund a holiday to spoil us both a little. She doesn't know about this. She came to my flat yesterday after work, exhausted, and was slightly upset that I hadn't done certain things yet. Nothing major. I wanted her to have something to look forward to, so I told her that I really think we need to go on a break. It didn't immediately click for me the way it must have sounded to her, and I admit I was slightly confused by the look of hurt in her eyes. Before I could explain what I actually meant, she had run out of the flat and drove away with me chasing her car down the street. She hasn't answered my calls or replied to my messages all night. Help, I'm an idiot in love. And we've got comments. Dude.
Oh boy. Who do you call in this situation?
I think you just keep texting her, I meant vacation. I meant break as in vacation. And then you text her mom, you said, I meant break as in vacation.
Okay, that's what I was. Yeah, do you text the mom or the friend first?
I'm texting everyone I know. I meant break as in vacation. Please tell her I meant break as in vacation.
Yeah, friend. I feel like a best friend move because I know that's
Yeah.
where she's driving to. Either her
Yeah.
sisters or best friends. Who knows?
Something like that. But we've got comments. Go back to her place, and if she's not home, leave a note. the way we did it in my day when dinosaurs still roamed. OP says, good plan. So far, I have contacted her work, told her parents the truth. They laughed at me and said they would try and call her. Reached out to her best friend on Facebook, still waiting to hear back. I'll drop by her place and leave the suggested note as well. Aside from all the above, I feel like it's now just a waiting game. William, 3455, says she seriously got up, went to the door, opened it, and walked out, unlocked her car, got in, started it, pulled out, and drove off all before you could say, no, I meant a holiday. Were you too busy turning to the studio audience and doing a dramatic shrug? OP says, yeah, I don't quite understand this either. In the seconds that followed, instead of explaining what I meant, I asked her belligerently why she looked upset.
Dude, I love your emotional intelligence on this one, man.
It's so low. It's so low. I win the prize for first class moron with this one.
Hey,
yeah,
we all win them sometimes.
We all win them.
Golly, dude.
We've got a small update though. So what do you think's gonna happen here?
It's honestly a coin flip at this point.
Yeah.
They've been together for a year. They live together. Does she stay together with him or not? Because I can kind of see where he's probably not.
You think she's gonna break up with him?
If she left that quickly after a misunderstanding, and he also probably didn't do a lot of work beforehand, I don't know.
This is it for them?
I'm kind of with Riley here.
Dang.
If like this reaction and like this early on, like potentially this is a sign of more deeper things going on.
Yep, I agree. Yeah.
Well, let's find out. Smaller update says she messaged me saying that she's coming over in a couple of hours and that we need to talk. Not quite sure what she means, but we'll update later this evening. And we've got a second update.
As a guy that got that text right before they got broken up with, it was the "we need to talk" text.
Yeah, would you prefer a "we need to talk" text or just a breakup out of the blue?
Just a breakup. Don't give me tension. I hate thrillers because the tension.
I would have rather we swapped.
Oh damn.
I got the opposite,
Just
and
like
it
a
wasn't
breakup
fun.
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd prefer the tension. Update 2. So Jess came back to my flat for lunch. The short version is we're going on a break. The good kind! Last night, we both had really crossed wires, and so when she stormed off, she went to a friend's and crashed there. She was mad at me for approximately 12 hours until she switched her phone back on and was met with a barrage of texts, was called by her parents who explained things, and then she got home and saw a note I had left her. She let me stew for a couple of hours and sent the overall dramatic text saying, we need to talk, but definitely sees the funny side to it all. I've been forgiven for my lack of tact and will choose better words and think before I speak. By the way, you should think about listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to this story, but what a good ending. What?
I don't like it.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Riley?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, say it.
Who's the friend? Is it a guy friend?
Oh, is that what you were thinking?
I was really thinking that. That's a good question. I just didn't really like the way she went about it. I guess she was probably super stressed and high strung, and it was a stressful situation. I do not know what the tonality of that conversation was. I was not there. I don't know the depth of it.
Yeah.
12 hours?
I personally would not have reacted this way. However, I don't know what kind of situation she was in.
Exactly.
So I can't judge her, and it seems like OP is chill with her.
It's just weird that he's like, I need to think about what I say before I say it. I don't think this is a situation where you should have thought very carefully about the words you say about potentially going on vacation. It came off wrong. This was weird.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should, like, oh, I'm going to have to ask my girlfriend if she wants to go to dinner. I got to make sure I say the right words first.
Yeah, I do wonder, running away immediately is a sign of something.
Mm-hmm. It's very foreboding.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants you to take her on the break so then she can actually break up with you.
Oh, but there's a little bit left to the story. So on to the good news. She seemed really thrilled with the idea of a holiday together. I even showed her my internet history, possibly risky tactic, to show her some of the places I'd been looking at. And now we've booked some flights to Iceland in November, our first holiday together. I'm so freaking jealous. I want to go to Iceland with my boyfriend, and I brought it up, and he doesn't have the time to take off. And I really want to go.
Which one would you rather have? Really nice dinners Or a trip to Iceland.
Trip to Iceland.
Oh, well, he's going to have to sacrifice a lot of really nice dinners. So then he could take off time from work to do that.
Yeah, that's okay. I
Wow.
want to go to Iceland.
She's okay with that sacrifice, everyone.
That's okay, I
Yeah,
wanna go to
travel over a dinner.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dinners.
Multiple
Did
dinners.
multiple
yeah.
dinners.
50
But still,
dinners.
like,
50 dinners.
50 dinners that I
lot of
would just
dinners.
cook at home like I normally would.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Like, what
No,
are
he's
these-
not cooking for you.
Oh, he's not. Can I cook for him?
No.
I can't cook. Where do I
It's
eat?
sacrificing time to save up to go on that trip. That's what I'm talking about. Quality time
Oh,
is
I
taken
can't
away.
hang out with him for
Yeah.
50 dinners? Well, that's terrible. I don't want that.
Okay. Pick your own.
Comments. Bella Dell says, I'm stuck on how you don't seem the least bit upset how horrible she has been to you. Yes, you worded it poorly, but her reaction to one statement was to storm out and ignore you for half a day without giving you any chance to explain. She only called you back after her parents talked to her. She let it sit for a couple of hours once she realized she misunderstood. And you are the only one that had to apologize. I hope you have a great time on your trip, but I have a sneaking suspicion we'll be seeing you here again. And OP says, sometimes when we have disagreed with something in the past, we roleplay the other person's part to help to see each other's point of view. When she came to the flat yesterday, she was tired and stressed and already in a bad mood. Instead of being comforted, she was met with something very confrontational out of the blue. And what's worse is that the reaction I had and my facial expression at the time may have made it seem like I didn't even care. So she retreated into personal space. I don't blame her for feeling the way she did. If anything, this has improved our communication and has been an important lesson. Nobody's perfect, and it's very difficult to change an immediate reaction to something. But what you can work on is the aftermath and the way you approach talking about things after something like this. And you can also work on avoiding misunderstandings in the first place. To a deleted comment, no, I didn't have to apologize. I wanted to. I was, in fact, met with a big hug when I opened the door, and there we go.
Wow.
I dumped my girlfriend for freedom, only to realize it wasn't what I thought it would be.
The golden handcuffs.
I, male 24, was with Brittany, female 20, for 2.5 years. I liked many things about her. She had a good sense of humor, we liked the same music and all of the same video games, she's hot, she gave me cool gifts. She was always there for me. By the way, this came from I regret it throwaway. I'm going to say that again. By the way, this comes from I regret it throwaway, and if you want to spit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I am Riley.
And I'm Vincent.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, around a year and some change into the relationship, I started an internship. Not only did I have an internship, I had a job and school. This led me to having long days from 8 a.m. to midnight or 2 a.m.-ish. I had no time to see anybody. Luckily, Brittany lived a few blocks away. So I'd hang out with my friends after work, then pick her up around 3 or 4 a.m., depending whenever I was done. I started to get tired of being in a relationship. Everything she did annoyed me. I started feeling obligated to hang out with her. I thought as soon as my internship was over, I'd rekindle the candle and things would be fine again. It didn't work out that way. I'd cancel plans and do things with my friends because I got used to the nighttime hangouts. We'd just hang out at my house later that night anyway. I didn't talk to her for days. Every time she asked if I was okay, I'd tell her I was because I never learned how to communicate well. Finally, September came. She tried to talk to me about her concerns in person, and I didn't give much input, other than telling her she had nothing to worry about. I left to go hang out with my friends. Later that night, she texted me saying that it's so hard to communicate because I always avoid the things she says, that she wants to know what's wrong because she cares about us, that it feels like I only hang out with her because I'm obligated to. So we meet up. I tell her how she's perfect for me, but I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. I have been in relationships since I was 16 and have never gotten a chance to be single. She says she understands and would rather not be in a relationship with someone who isn't giving 100% and that she won't hate me. We break up. I go out with my friends a lot. I try talking to other girls.
Dude!
What?
He just wanted to talk to other girls. That's really what this was.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Could have just said that. I get being with girlfriends for a while, I was with a partner from like 16, like waited a couple months, another partner waited a couple months, blah, blah, blah. And then I went a year and a half without it. I'm great. Feel good. Sometimes you need that, but don't you force this. I don't understand it.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this guy's brain. But being single isn't what I thought it would be like. I'm not drowning in vajayjay. Girls don't like me. I think we needed a break, not a breakup. I was getting so annoyed of her. And if I had time off, I'm sure it would have worked out. Cue to a few weeks later, and I see her in another city with a new guy, her new boyfriend. We trade items at a show later in the week, and I don't talk to her. I turned around and walked away before she could say something. I regret it immensely. I told her how I feel. Things aren't the same without her. She completed me. She was so good for me, and I wasn't the best for her. I was really crappy to her for a good majority of the relationship because I always assumed she'd be there. Oh, little man realizes after he breaks up with his girlfriend that he mistreated the whole relationship, that he actually liked his girlfriend.
Oh, now that I see my girlfriend with another guy who's treating her right, I feel bad.
This is Bruno Mars.
I was about to say, sing me a Bruno Mars song, man. Yeah, sometimes you do need to take breaks from things to realize how much you love them, but that doesn't apply to people. Like basketball, sometimes I'll take a break from basketball for, a couple months. Then I realize, I love basketball so much. This is great. Don't do that with relationships. What are you talking about, man?
I told her that she haunts me and how my bed feels so empty now. That there's so many things I wanted to show her and that I can change. I can learn how to communicate and treat her like the princess she is. A few days later, she called me. She asked if I really felt that way, and if so, why couldn't I say anything early? I was so happy. A few days later, she texted me saying that she couldn't do this anymore and she was done. That she found somebody who treats her very well and that she'll never hate me, but that she can't deal with me anymore.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
I was so scared for her.
I was really scared. I thought she was going to go back to this guy. Thank God. I still texted her for a few weeks, telling her I miss her. How could she jump from one relationship to the next? She was always insecure about my ex and because my ex always posted about me, even until now. And my ex hangs out with a lot of my friends. She always thought I moved on too soon from my ex and would regret being in another long-term relationship. Yet she does the same crap. Like everything we built was nothing but quicksand. Once again, she told me she couldn't do this anymore, that me texting her is mentally draining and isn't good for my health either. That she's trying to move on, but I keep contacting her. That she didn't just decide to go into another relationship, but happened to meet somebody. She pointed out how I told her that we were never getting back together. I've seen her family and her a few times since we broke up. I saw her alone at a show last week and walked up to her. She was civil with me and I asked if she wanted to move up in the crowd. We went through the crowd together, but I lost her as soon as the show started. I saw her again when I was leaving and asked if she wanted to travel home with me and my friends, but the coat check line was long, so she just left. I know she still cares about me. I don't think she'll last with her boyfriend. What can I do? I regret leaving her. Live with the regret, dude. Live with it.
Vincent would agree with this. Go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gym, Church of Gym.
Church of
Iron.
Gym.
Yeah. This feels like that meme of the guy who's riding the bike and then puts a stick in his front wheel and flips the bike. And it's like, I can't believe who did this.
Ouch.
You did this to yourself. Is
Yeah.
that too niche of a meme?
No, I get the illustration.
No, I see it. I see it. And it's true.
I
So
have a hard time feeling bad for this guy.
yeah,
I have
listen
no sympathy for you.
to some like early 2000s Maroon 5, Coldplay, some Nirvana, or like 90s. Listen to that kind of stuff. Get it all out. Go to the gym. And then go talk to more people once your confidence is built up.
Yeah.
Just like
Stop talking to us, though.
move on. This is entertaining. I kind of like it.
Stop talking to us because we don't want to hear it.
Update almost 2 years later. I ended up leaving her alone and decided to fix myself. I knew the way I treated her was horrible. I made a promise to myself that from then on, I would be sure to treat people the way they deserve. By the way, you can treat us the way that we deserve by listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts?
He went to the gym, hopefully, and now he can bench 2 15. Is that
Yeah.
right? Is it 215 or
I
2?
think you're looking for 225.
Now he can pitch 225, hopefully, on his way to 315.
Yeah.
There it is.
But he still can't figure out his
He
emotions.
still can't lift his spirits.
Oh,
Dang.
bars. So we should have like an animation that just says bars whenever we say something really good.
We can make that happen.
Yes. And it's a worm lifting. It's a worm lifting.
Like lifting a barbell with its tail.
Yeah, and it says bars. 6 months after I posted, I ran into her jogging in the park. It was the first time I saw her since the concert. We spoke for a long time, not about us, just about her life and how we've been. Her and the new boyfriend had broken up, but I didn't expect that meant we would become anything. To my surprise, we began talking and hanging out again.
Oh my god, I told you he's not
Leave
over
her
this.
alone. Leave her. We're back in the building.
Wait. Now he's coming back as a grown
That's true.
person.
And now
This
he
could
can
be-
lift 225.
Yeah, well, but also like sometimes
Maybe.
emotional, like sometimes you need that distance in order to come back as a more emotionally available person.
Abstinence brings people together.
I suppose that's true. She was very wary on hanging out with me, and I understood why. We'd meet up and walk in the park for a few hours every week or so for almost a year. One day, she came over to my house again, and, well, we began going out on actual dates, and I learned how to communicate. I don't hold things in anymore. We both hang out with each other's friends now, and I guess there's so many things I never noticed about her. She's very sweet, beautiful, funny, and highly intelligent.
Oh, now she's smart.
Yeah, she gained all of this in 2 years.
Before she was just hot. Now she's like smart and crap.
She's got brains or something. I really hit the jackpot both times, but this time I know I won't mess it up. So far, it's been almost a year since she came over again, and things are well. I'm going to keep working on myself to be the best person I could be. Thanks for knocking some sense into me, and that's the end of the story, folks. My friend let his girlfriend move into my house, and now she wants to stay.
No, you paying rent? I don't think so.
I had gone for 1 week vacation and gave my house keys to my friend to look after and take care of my 2 dogs at my house. Now, he gave keys to his girlfriend and let her stay at my home. She isn't leaving even after I came home, and I called the cops, but they say this would be a civil matter. What are cops good for? Like, literally, what are you good for? Person broke into my home.
And refuses to leave. Huh?
By the way, this comes from Lil Throwaway. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah.
And we're here to give good advice goofly, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And Dopey says, I'm the owner of a 2-story house. I had gone to Hawaii last week for a 1-week vacation with my wife. No one was at home, and it wasn't feasible for us to take the dogs with us. So I gave my house keys to a good friend of mine and asked him to take care of my 2 dogs. This would involve feeding them, changing water, and taking them on an hour walk daily. So his girlfriend was in town, and she had no place to stay. He lives in a 1-bedroom condo with 2 other roommates. So he messaged me and asked me if I would allow his girlfriend to stay at my home for just 1 night. I agreed, as it was just a matter of 1 night. Now, yesterday I came back and found out his girlfriend had made a dwelling in the upper floor of my house. She's been staying here for 4 days. I asked her to leave immediately, but she and my friend are insisting to let her stay 1 more week because she's in search of a job in LA. I don't care. Get out of my house.
Yeah, what? That's not my problem. I don't even know you.
I called the police. They came and said this would be a civil matter and I have to go through the eviction process. That's so stupid.
Yeah, then why are they even there for? I don't understand.
So I'm here with an unwanted stranger in the upper floor, an a-hole friend who broke his promise, and a pissed off wife. What do I do, guys? Can I change the locks and throw her stuff out when she's away? Yeah. Cut the electricity to the upper floor? Yeah. It's your house.
All the above.
Do it
and probably
all.
even more.
This is what you do. This is what I'm doing. Every day, I make fish. The fishiest fish ever. It's so fishy. Every day, I accidentally burn something. Fire alarm goes off. Actually, every day, I'm just setting off the fire alarm. Every day. And then she's gone.
Honestly, yeah, I'd be a little pissed.
Yeah. Every day, I'm blasting music. We're
Oh, see,
blasting
I like
opera.
that.
Relevant comments. Missy Red says, sounds like trespassing. I think you have to stay someplace a week before eviction is required. Time to lose your friend. Honestly, I just pack her crap up and drop it off at her boyfriend's house and change the locks. OP says already told him to pound sand. I don't want her in my house. I mean, she isn't supposed to be living here, right? I never allowed her to live more than 1 day here. Isn't that illegal to live in someone's house without their permission? My permission ended after 1 day. Did OP offer money for her to leave? I told her I'd pay her $100 for relocation. Witch is saying, raise it to $5,000 and she'll consider my offer.
What?
Girl, get out of my house.
That is my house. Why
Yeah.
I have to pay you to leave?
Get
Maybe
out of
if
my
you give me-
house.
If you give me some, I'll consider. Excuse me? That's when I
Yeah.
grab you by your hair and throw you out.
Missy Red says, seriously, pack up her crap and throw it on the street. In California, there are guests, lodgers, and tenants, all with different rights. Guests are less than 7 days and can be evicted anytime with written notice. If they don't leave, it's trespassing. After 7 days, she'll have more rights. Get her out of there! Before we get into that update, any thoughts?
You just got to get her out.
Yeah. California does have some squatters' rights rules, but I'm pretty sure it's usually after 5 years of living in a place, you can say that you have squatters' rights. If I'm remembering that correctly, it is different state by state. But she certainly doesn't have any rights after like 2 days.
Yeah, I honestly don't care what the law says. I'd be like, no, get
Bye.
out, or I will bring like a posse. And
bring a
we
posse.
will make you come out.
I'll bring a posse of possums and they're going to bite ya.
You want rabies or
I think
you want to live?
possums actually don't
Yeah,
have rabies.
Yeah, possums actually
Yeah, they
are the ones
can't
that
get rabies.
Yeah.
Pretty
Dang.
sick thing. Update. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you guys for such an overwhelming response. I'm glad that there are people who would spend time from their busy life to help a random stranger on the internet. So after reading all the advice here and carefully discussing this matter with my cousin, we made a nasty plan. Yesterday night, that squatter girl went outside to grab some dinner with her boyfriend. Me and my cousin carefully packed all of her stuff into 3 bags, left it on our front porch, and locked ourselves in the house. We also looked over her stuff from the window to make sure no one steals it. Our wait was over after 2 hours when the girl returned. Like, what kind of idiot are you? You just leave and you think that they're not going to evict you from that house that you can't be in?
Yeah, they want you out. They've been talking about it, so.
Yeah. She figured it out and started pounding at our door, yelling loudly to open the door. You know, typical squatter drama. We told her to go F off and we won't open the door. Finally, after 30 minutes of constant drama, she dared to call the cops. You idiot. You idiot. You have no rights now that you're outside of the house.
Call the cops that you got locked out of not even your house.
Yeah. And now you're trespassing.
You're calling the cops on yourself, idiot.
Yeah. I was nervous how it would turn out. Cops arrived. Fortunately, these were different ones than the previous night. First, they listened to her side. Then they came to me. I explicitly told them that I was the sole owner of the house and never allowed the girl to stay more than 1 night. She was not only trespassing, but also living in my house illegally without my permission. The witch kept saying I had given permission to stay there indefinitely and was now kicking her out. The officer said, does she have any proof of that? She claimed she had some message which accidentally got deleted. So you don't have any proof. Hi. Also, by the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left. Wow, you're in trouble, girl. Stupid.
Yeah.
Call the cops on yourself.
I don't know how you thought this was gonna work out. I don't know. In your mind, you're like, oh yes, I can stay here indefinitely. And she said that somewhere in a message that I deleted.
Yeah, stupid. Now the best part. Officer then asked her for an ID. She gave the ID. Officer verified it over radio, and suddenly they told them this witch had a failure to appear warrant for months-old shoplifting case. Stupid lady was arrested immediately. Her stuff was sent to a friend's house. Officer said that I don't need to worry and they'll take care of her. I do not require any further action. So finally, I'm relieved of this squatter. And witch is behind bars. What a justice. All's well that ends well. And Creeper Crafter says, how did your friend react when this happened? OP says he was nowhere to be seen. That's the end of that story. I told my girlfriend she doesn't have a real job. Now I only have myself to blame.
Yeah, probably for being single, I would imagine.
My 30 female girlfriend, 27 female, and I both work in finance. How does she not have a real job if you both work in finance?
No. She probably used to work in finance.
Well, sort of. We met in college and both graduated together 4 years ago. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Emma the A-hole account, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're We're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments.
Here's my answer. Every job in finance is fake.
And let's see what OP has to say about that. In 2017, we both earned a bachelor's in accounting and finance. I decided to study for my CPA exam right after graduating, and she decided to go work a low-level accounting job at a construction company earning $35,000 per year. I wasn't happy with her decision to do this, but I know she has never been quite as driven as me. Fast forward to today. I work at one of the big 4 accounting firms earning $89,000 per year. I have worked long hours and put my all into this position. My girlfriend is still at the construction company, but has kind of worked her way up and earns $60,000 annually. I don't really understand her job position.
Wait, can we just kind of worked her way up and basically doubled her income?
She doubled her income. You earn like 15, like 19,000 more than her. I don't think that's a big enough gap for you to be like, you don't have a real job.
Especially seeing as both of your jobs are identical and you just work for different companies.
She manages accounts for different projects. It feels like you just told us what her job position is.
Yeah, it feels like you actually completely understand.
Our main fight over the past 4 years has been career choices. We went out with my colleagues about a month ago and just had drinks. One of them asked what my girlfriend does for a living. I had a little bit too much to drink and instantly felt mad and embarrassed as she explained it to him. I said without thinking, she doesn't have a real job. My girlfriend laughed it off and said, yeah, I get paid to take naps all day. Her response made everyone at the table uneasy. Yeah, right.
So here's the real issue here, and it's that you work a much higher stress, high demand accounting job than your girlfriend does, and you're mad that she doesn't have to work as hard as you, but still makes a decent amount of money.
Also, it's absolutely ridiculous that you tried to insult and belittle your girlfriend, and then she made a joke to make the table less awkward, and then you have the audacity to say that her comment is what made everyone uneasy. Maybe it was your comment, dumb butt. Maybe they were like, oh, wow, that's really weird that OP just made that comment against his girlfriend. We decided a few years ago to each put $1,000 per month into our savings for our future, which we've been doing religiously. Well, I checked the account today and noticed she didn't put her $1,000 this month in. I confronted her about this and she says she's putting it into her project car instead. Let me explain the car. I've been working a ton of hours this time of year and she's alone quite often at the house. She decided to take up a new hobby. She bought some early 90s car and has been putting every dime into it to make it a race car, I think. Dude, do you listen to anything your girlfriend does? She's like, it feels like you don't know anything about her. She just bought some fuel system electronic thing that was like $1,200. We're not on the same page anymore about our life goals and aspirations. I don't even have room to park my vehicle in the garage anymore. I don't think a luxury vehicle should be parked on the curb. She's $1,000 behind schedule for a loud, trashy car, and I cannot deal. I asked today if we even share the same goals anymore. She said she's not sure, and that I was real a-hole when we were out with my colleagues. Thank you. And she's like, I don't know. You kind of suck. She says I don't respect her.
Little bit. Little bit.
I told her that's not true. I just know she's smart and capable of more than a dusty 40-hour-per-week job. She says she's happy there and plans to stay in that industry if we move to the coast. I don't know what to do. I asked her if she was cool with me posting on here, and she said she didn't care. Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend of 5 years that she doesn't have a real job in front of my well-established colleagues? Huh, yeah, you are.
You've got to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
You have to.
You're big time the a-hole. I have no other comments for you. You're big time the a-hole. But we got an edit. I am neurotypical. I have been diagnosed with depression as well. Stacy said she's been unhappy for a while and is planning to leave once the pandemic is over. I think she's going to take her funds. I'm crushed and not a single comment made anything better. Not a single one of your comments made anything better. You didn't tell me I was right or anything.
I love how that goes. I think she's going to take her funds. Yeah, she is going to take her money. What are you talking about?
She doesn't understand how hard it's been for me to get where I am. She said, your coworkers are snobs like you. I am not a snob. I am keeping up with a lifestyle because I don't want to be a broke artist like all of her friends. This is devastating and goes to show how prejudiced people on the internet can be.
Holy moly,
You're attacking everyone.
You just can't take it. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Oh, wait. I'm edit 2 says, I meant that I'm not neurotypical.
What?
She says, I am neurotypical, but then later she says, oops, I meant to say I am not neurotypical, but that has never stood in the way of anything for me. I did not immediately get into audit right away. I have been auditing for 2 years. I feel that $89K is very substantial. No raise this year due to the vid.
All right. Well, I mean, $89K is nothing to shake a stick at, but like, hey, wake up, newsflash, there's people who make way more money than you, so now what? Does that make your entire worldview, like, crumble around you?
OP's the type of person, if, like, they see someone happy and not, like, swimming in money, they're like, they're not happy. They're lying.
I plan to earn 6 figures this year. I could easily leave this job and make $125K in finance management at any large hospital, tech company, etc. I choose to stay here because the wealth is coming. And it's coming soon. Stacy has only once in the past few years had an issue with me being driven to succeed and rejecting the casual lifestyle. I refuse to help her hitch a trailer and drive 2 hours to pick up a jet ski. I don't exaggerate when I say we never fight. That is why this is all such a blow to me. Final edit, though. Oh, boy. And everyone's calling her an a-hole, I assume. She is not getting it.
Yeah, the cherry on top. You don't like jet skis. Cool. You wouldn't help
Jet
your
skis are
partner
so
get a
fun.
jet ski.
2 hours for a jet ski. Come on.
It sounds sick.
I see it was a mistake on my end to tell Stacy she didn't have a real job, especially at the table with colleagues. I didn't mean literally she didn't have a real job. Yes, you did.
Hey, did you just get back from the Bonehead convention?
Obviously, she earns an income. Bonehead.
This got to be one of the top Bonehead posts of all time.
Obviously, she earns an income where she's able to pay for half of our townhome mortgage, owns a Ranger, and now a Ford Fox Buddy project. She has always paid for half of everything we own together. I never intended to come across as her being a bum.
Nah, bro, you're the bum. You are the bum. You don't have to have no money to be a bum. You're a bum, dude.
That is not the case at all. The only thing she does not contribute towards is my BMW. I forget she's 3 years younger than me. Also, wait, how old is she again?
I think OP's 30 and she's 27.
That makes also a lot of sense. She's earning, like $60,000 at 27. That's not that terrible,
It's $60,000's not that terrible pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Look, I think the medium income in the United States is somewhere around like 52 to 55,000. That is the median based on everyone's income. So that includes the people who make $50 billion a year. So the actual real picture of what the average income in America is probably somewhere closer to $40,000. So, yeah, you see, 60 you can get by almost anywhere.
When I met her in college, I knew she was the one. She would tutor young kids on the spectrum. She was their mentor. She has a big heart. She's beautiful. I've always felt she was the conventionally attractive one out of the two of us. I just lose focus. People have went on and on commenting about how much $60K is per year. I just never moved on from the summer after we graduated. I immediately started studying for my exams, and she picked the first company that popped up on Indeed, needing an accounts payable person. Do you know what that is? For 6 months, she just entered invoices into a system to be paid, while I was trying to become a CPA, trying to make a better life for us. Then she took on the role of accounts receivable. She was basically a glorified money collector. It was at that point she said she moved from AP to AR in the podunk company that I just had enough. I told her I didn't want to hear any more about her position shifts within the company. I realize now, during those years at the company, she progressed up to a project account manager. I accompanied her to some company picnic day last year and met a few of her peers. Hard hats, cowboy boots, that is not us. I think I focused too much on not wanting her to be that person that I lost sight of the fact that $60K is actually a decent amount to earn compared to the average person.
you think that you're getting it. Like, you think that people are going to be on your side because you're saying, oh, 60, I understand now 60K is actually a good thing to earn, but you're still actively insulting so many people. I think convincing her to stay will be difficult, but I have to try. By the way, you can try to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts for our poor OP, who is just so delusional?
I think you need to find just the version of you, that you want to date. You need to find the person who makes $300,000 a year so that they can treat you the way that you've been treating and thinking about your partner, and then you will understand. I don't think you're gonna understand until you experience it clearly from the way that you've responded to these like comments. Yeah, take a look in the mirror, dog. You're a snob. You're a snob. Snob on my knob, bro.
Last edit. Okay, I'm done. Stacy's leaving me. She refuses to listen to me and is heading somewhere else for the night. She's revving up her stupid car as we speak. The Becca and Stacy future is never happening. No!
Yeah.
Becca!
Oh my gosh. Oh no, not Becca, the worst person I've heard today.
I have wasted 5 years of my life on someone who is not right for me. Internet, you win. Maybe she'll find some construction worker more suited to her. I'm done with this post. One more thing. So ridiculous. You people cannot simultaneously go off about how my ex earned so much at 60K, while also going off about how my 89K is lowly and means nothing. Get a grip and realize what you're saying.
OP, you're trying to fight the internet. Good luck.
OP is the kind of person who always has a hammer on them so that they can smash every mirror that they see, so they never have to look themselves in it.
Yeah, that was wow. Just so much story about them not understanding like anything.
Me, I wasted 5 years of my life. I'm pretty sure Stacy wasted 5 years of her life not understanding that you kind of suck.
My brother accused me of sleeping with his girlfriend. I've never even met her.
Yeah, so how can I do that? I don't even know who she is.
Male 29, my 31 male brother, who I'm very close to, has been dating a girl for a few months. Neither I nor the rest of the family has met her yet. My bro just randomly texted me out of the blue with no other context. By the way, this comes from Steve, 947283957. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofly, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And Opie says, hope it goes without saying here, but I've never met his girlfriend. Have never been to her place and definitely haven't been with her behind his back or anything. I immediately responded, of course, just saying how confused I am. And he said, all good. Continue to deny it. I honestly respect it.
All right,
Freaking
bro.
Cool.
Cool, bro. What are we talking about? What are we doing?
I'm just at a loss for words. Literally my best friend in the world. My first thought is to talk to our parents about it. But anything else I can do here? And transcript of the text message. Okay, your brother.
All right, I'm brother. I just wanted to be direct with you. I know about you and I don't know. I know about you and my girl. I've known for a while. She wouldn't admit it and lied about it multiple times, but somehow you ended up at her place. I wanted to give you the opportunity to be honest about it with mom and dad, or not. It's your choice. Either way, I'm creating distance between us.
And there is an update, but what a text to get about a girl you've never met.
Wow, he's pulling the Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is
think
You turned her against me?
I think you just need to go to your brother, like wherever he is, and be like, knock, knock, knock. Dude, what is going on? Did she cheat on? Did she tell you she cheated? Who told you this?
Yeah.
I've never been in the same room as her.
My guy, I've never met her. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Update. He told me he saw text messages on my phone. I also sent him a screen record of all my texts and recently deleted. But of course, he said even recently deleted can still be deleted. So I asked him which messages he's referring to. He said,
If you want to completely put an end to this, So there's no speculation around what I may have seen or misinterpreted and completely prove me wrong. Then instead of showing me texts that can be deleted, show me the texts as they appear on your phone bill, where those can't be deleted.
And when you show him them, he's going to say, oh, fake.
Well,
You can doctor that.
So you called the phone company and had them delete that from the records, huh?
Yeah, knew it. I'm on a prepaid plan. Mint. Oh, okay, Ryan Reynolds. Called Mint. They said they don't have the ability to share text exchanges. I told my bro this, and no response from him. Calls go straight to voicemail. I've involved the rest of our immediate family, parents, 2 sisters, and they're all as concerned as I am. My mom and I are about to do a welfare check on him. Yeah, maybe this is some sort of mental health crisis.
Yeah.
If it's totally impossible and out of the blue.
Yeah, yeah. I would be approaching it purely from a place of like concern
Same.
and being like, how could you possibly? I don't know what you saw, but you didn't.
You didn't see what you think you saw. Update 2. Mom and I went to his place. He wasn't there. I'd be super concerned now. We drove by his work and saw his car there. So hopefully he's in a stable state of mind at his workplace. I've seen a lot of people suggest substances and or mental health stuff. He has a bad history with heavy drinking, DUIs, rehab, AA, but it's been very controlled recently. No issues with substances or mental health, AFAIK.
As far as I know.
Thank you. And we've been close our entire lives. I've seen some suggestions of paranoia or schizophrenia, which is also what I was thinking, but I don't want to throw those words around until you've checked that out.
Yeah, that's you've got it.
Which I know can sometimes be sparked spontaneously by substance use. Only concern is the timing. Between the time he texted me and when Mom and I confirmed him to be at work, about 2.5 hours had passed. He lives about a 20-minute drive to his work. So hard to believe he'd take something, spontaneously get about to paranoia and or a high, then drive 20 minutes to his workplace, a white-collar office job, at an F500. But I don't know, maybe he's more high-functioning than I believe. A few people have called me out saying this could all be fake. This is true. I don't have a way to prove it, but if it is fake, I don't have anything to gain. If it's real, I have everything to gain by potentially being in a position to not only salvage our relationship and family ties, but also be there for my brother when he needs me. And if I was in fact sneaking behind his back, I wouldn't go to our parents about it. It'd be easier to just deny it when confronted. Anyway, thanks everyone so far who's offered insight. Very helpful. He still hasn't returned my messages or calls, but he did text her mom, "Everything's fine. Don't be worried. I'll call you after work."
Okay.
That's something that people say for sure when everything's fine.
I mean,
Just take his word.
yeah. It's clearly it's not fine, but he's alive and responding to somebody. So
Yeah,
I was gonna say
that's good.
if he was still off the grid, you got to reach out to his friends just to be like, hey, you got to check up on him because something is going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave it at that. You don't even have to say like it's involving whatever is going on. Just be like, yo, check on my brother.
Please, someone, anyone. I've started to reach out to a few mutual friends of ours to see if they've noticed any behavioral changes or anything. And we've got a third update, but that is a good idea. Still no word from him, but was able to get a hold of a human from Mint. They're giving me text logs, but I'll have them at some point within the next 35 days. For those asking if it's possible I could have been sleeping with her without knowing it, that's not possible because I know what she looks like. He's shown me pictures. I also know her name, but yes, I realize people can lie about their name. Either way, I would have recognized her face in person if I ever saw it. One possibility someone else pointed out, I've been seeing a new girl myself. He has my location. I guess it's theoretically possible both of them live in the same apartment complex.
That would be quite the twist.
Leading to him thinking I was staying with her. This is assuming his girlfriend even lives in an apartment. I think this is unlikely, though. We live in a medium-sized city, population over 500,000. Odds of that are super low, but still possible, I guess. And the updates keep rolling in. It's been about 26 hours since the text at this point. Still no contact from him since yesterday about midday. He talked to Mom yesterday and said everything was fine, but that he was 100% not making it up. I'm all good, but I'm not lying. He also said he first noticed I was texting his girlfriend way back in November. Last time he noticed was on New Year's Eve when we were hanging out, which I assume made him spiral to this point. I texted 4 different people on New Year's Eve, and all of them are saved in my phone under their full name. One of them is a girl's name and does have a slight resemblance to his girlfriend's name. Same number of letters, same vowels in some places, but it is not the same name. I would have been texting this girl in November too, so maybe this is where it all started. It still doesn't explain why he thinks I was ever over at her place, or also why he didn't just confront me about it when he first saw and thought about it. I've reached out to a few mutual friends, one who we hung out with on New Year's Eve. The mutual friend from New Year's Eve said she noticed him acting weird on New Year's Eve. Also, he texted her at 5:30 a.m. earlier this week saying, "We need to talk. I have a lot of stuff to update you on." Do you though? Do you really have a lot of stuff? Or is it all actually not real?
Let's take bets. I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I gotta jump on there with you.
We're betting the over.
According to her, this was very out of left field for him. When she texted and tried to call, she couldn't get a hold of him, and her text went unanswered. This was all the day before he sent the text to me. At this time, she still hasn't talked to him and doesn't know what he meant by that text. Another mutual friend talked to him on the phone shortly before New Year's. That mutual friend said he sounded fine overall, but he was complaining that he's been struggling financially, but didn't elaborate. I've never once heard him complain about money. Mom and Dad say he's never brought it up to them or once asked for help. A third mutual friend I talked to said he hung out with him this past weekend and all was normal. Didn't exhibit any weird signs. This friend is taking a neutral side to things, doesn't think anything is medically wrong, and that we just need to work it out ourselves. No one else in the family has been in contact with him since yesterday. He's unshared his location with everyone. Oh, this is really concerning.
I'm schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I'm putting it there. I'm putting my money on that.
Our moms tried to call him, but they all go to voicemail. This is starting to affect our mom just as much as it's affecting me. We've always been a close family with no real drama, not used to this. We're starting to lean towards it being caused by either substances or some kind of random mental episode, especially after hearing that one friend talked about his financial concerns. Now we all have the same question: how do we even go about getting him help if he really needs it? And we've got a fifth update. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't have any medical advice or, therapy, psychiatric advice that I can give. I hope that, you're okay and your family is okay. But I think you're doing everything that I would advise.
I could say definitely know your family's mental health history before you experiment with any sort of substance use. 1,000%.
Absolutely. Because I've heard a lot of stories about people having that history and not necessarily knowing about it and then trying certain substances.
Yeah.
And then finding out later, like, oh, I should not have done that.
Yeah.
Because it's like knowing, and it's like you should know in advance that you have a history with addiction, or your family has a history with addiction and stuff. It's important to know your medical health or your medical history. Update 5. Still haven't heard from him personally, but he's been talking to my parents and sisters, just telling them he believes it to be 100% true, but also stressing that he doesn't want this to mess up the family dynamic. Guys, I know that I'm accusing my brother of cheating with my girlfriend, but I just don't want anyone to make a big deal about it. It's fine.
Does he know that the text logs are coming in?
Yeah.
I feel like
maybe
if he
tell
knows,
them that.
like, if he knows that you're open to provide like any proof that he wants, like,
Yeah.
That should help. But yeah, I guess it's too impossible to have a face-to-face conversation.
I don't know.
with him.
At this point, Opie has literally nothing to hide, and brother's
Yeah.
just like, you're hiding something.
I feel really bad for the girlfriend too.
Yeah.
It seems like business as usual for him, just avoiding me altogether. But at least he seems to be in a stable state of mind for now. All I can ask for is
Update 6.
Update 6!
All I can ask for is a 6th update.
And I'll give it to you. I talked to the third mutual friend again this morning, who talked to my brother again yesterday. Now this mutual friend is fully taking my brother's side, saying our relationship, mine and my bro's, is ruined. It'll be hard to come back from this. And that my bro is telling the truth because what would he have to gain if this was all a lie? I hate that friend. As of this morning, my bro is acting completely normally with the rest of our family. They believe me, but they're all saying he's just confused and this will all blow over eventually. Basically, no one's taking it seriously. Concerning.
I mean, it should,
be
yeah,
this
definitely don't brush this under the rug like nothing happened. That needs to be addressed.
It seems like it's not affecting anyone else like it's affecting me. My mom was pretty upset the very first day, but she seems to be getting over it. I mean, probably because he's talking to everyone else but you. Everyone is saying we just need to give him time and he'll get over it. I talked to mutual friend number 1 again, the one from New Year's Eve. She's fully on my side and said she'll help me get to the bottom of it. But not much else I can do at this point, I think. It took a while, but I found the girlfriend on Facebook. Oh, okay. I'm going to try to convince mom to reach out to her to just see if she's okay. I think that, yeah, I was really worried that you were about to reach out to her. And I was like, no contact with her at all.
Yeah.
But having the mom reach out. But doubtful mom will do that. We'll probably say, oh, I'm sure she's okay. Let's just give them time and space. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Also got to try to convince dad to change the code to the alarm system on their house. Bro knows it, just for now, just to be safe, but I doubt he'll do it. All of these replies are very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm fully convinced that something's terribly wrong, either substances or a mental health issue. Everyone else in the family is saying to just give it time and isn't really making an effort to figure out what's going on. So I feel like I'm at sort of an impasse. It's been about 55 hours since the first text. Still no contact from him. My plan is to wait about 5 or 6 more days, then try and reach out again. And we have a 7th update, but OP, everyone in your family but you are doing your brother an immense disservice.
Agreed.
But we got a 7th update. I said I wouldn't update again, but this one's a big one. I hope we get some answers.
What a liar.
please.
See, I knew it. OP's been a liar this entire time.
OP's like, I got another one.
I said I
know
wasn't
I'm
gonna do
supposed to
it.
when it comes.
I said I wasn't going to do it.
Earlier tonight, I finally got through to mom and dad. I sat them down and explained why I think he's going through something serious, and mostly thanks to the comments here, I even showed them quite a few. They finally believed me that something's seriously wrong. They reached out to Bro in a shared group chat, asking him to meet them at their place sometime this weekend so he can explain his reasoning for everything and lay out any proof he has. As of me writing this, he hasn't responded to either of them. Both of my sisters, unfortunately, still think nothing is wrong. One of my sisters even said, I don't know what's true and what's false. Mom and dad have been talking to them as well, but I'm not sure what those conversations look like. We've also looped in other family members and friends, aunt, grandparents, my sisters-in-law, who mom and dad are really close to. Mom messaged the girl on Facebook explaining how concerned she is, both for her, but also my brother. As of me writing this, no response from the girl. Dad changed the alarm code to their house tonight. He's also changing the house locks tomorrow. I keep thinking of Rob Reiner a few weeks ago.
Oh, dang.
Devastating. Think changing the alarm and locks is a good next step just to be safe. Oh. Again, he presents normally to everyone until he's directly confronted, in which case he doesn't reply. For example, Dad texted him earlier, how are you doing? He immediately responded back, I'm good. Dad then immediately sent, tell us what's going on between OP and the brother. Talk to me, I'm here for you. And no response to that text. Crickets. Similar with mom. Glad I got through to my parents though. Sisters are next. I found there's a mental health tip hotline in my city that's designed for situations like this. If neither of my parents hear from him by Monday, I'll call that hotline. But as of many of you have pointed out, he hasn't shown any violent tendencies yet, so not sure how helpful that will be. For everyone still asking, there is 0% shot I've hooked up with his girlfriend in the past. I've always known what she looks like. He has shown me pictures, and I am fully confident I would recognize her in person. Yes, I've tried to call him directly. All of my calls go straight to voicemail. Yes, I've told them about how my girl's name is very similar in appearance to his girlfriend's. He didn't respond to that. Not including the mental health hotline, I feel there's not much I can do at this point. And we've got comments which maybe have some more insight on this whole situation. But do you have any insight that you would like to share?
If it takes 2 to tango, I don't know. He won't.
Yeah.
He won't respond to direct confrontation because I think he probably understands maybe that this is not real. But now that he's not in a like deluded state, really doesn't want to confront the reality of that.
Yeah. Let's get into the comments though. What evidence does he have that you were at our place? OP says, I asked him. He says, I don't want to go back and forth on it, but I quite literally saw the text on your phone and this past weekend confirmed everything. Obviously, there's nothing on my phone. Comment 2 says, according to your profile, you went over to a girl's house for a date recently. You also say you'd never met his girlfriend. Could it be the same girl? OP says, no, I've seen pics of his girlfriend and I know her name. I would have recognized her. OP responds to multiple comments about how the brother's mental health issues have been prior to the message. OP says, thanks for checking in. We've been close our entire lives. No history of mental health issues as far as I know. And no, he asked me for my full text records from my phone company so he can verify himself. He hasn't returned any of my messages or calls past that. Hasn't provided any other evidence on why he feels this way. Did the brother call mom? OP says he didn't answer her call, but he sent her a text. Everything's okay, don't be worried, I'll call you after work. OP clarifies on whether he has met his brother's girlfriend in person or not. OP says, I've never seen her in person. He knows I know what she looks like because he was the one who showed me pics when they first started talking. Does that make sense? Seeing someone in person versus just seeing a picture of them are two completely different things. I've never met her. Is that better terminology? A downvoted commenter says, why in the living F would a 31-year-old and a 29-year-old drag your parents into this insanity? You're adults. Why are you dragging your parents into something that you're deeply concerned about your brother doing?
Your brother's mental well-being
Grow up.
doesn't have to be involved with
Yeah.
anybody else.
No man is an island except for me.
So strange. Weird comment. Both of you talking about getting your parents involved sounds bizarre. It sounds like a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. I'm telling mom and dad, what the F? Sorry?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, OP?
Like this is like a disagreement. Like, Mom, you took my shirt. You won't give it
Yeah.
back.
This is mom. I think my brother is undergoing a mental health crisis. Please help.
Yeah, something to be aware of.
OP says, yeah, that's fair. Caught me off guard at first, too. It's not fair, OP. It's not fair. But I guess it's because we're a very tight-knit family. We all live close together. We always have family dinner nights, game nights, all that jazz. Our folks are always involved in our lives in some way. So I think he's saying he's going to go to them, like out my wrongs in a way. And we've got an update 8 days later. They just keep coming.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Some real
Yeah.
time has passed.
Update to my post from 1 week and 1 day ago. First, want to thank everyone. I honestly think I read all of them and they helped give me clarity. Second, for everyone who said maybe I hooked up with her without realizing that's impossible. Yes, yes, yes. Biggest update. There isn't one.
No!
Why are you doing this to us? He's still not talking to me as of this morning. Calls still get sent to voicemail. He's no longer talking to the family. He told my mom he'd talk to her eventually, but he's not ready to yet. Mom reached out to the girl on Facebook. The girl read the message but didn't respond to my mom. My parents have replaced the locks on the door, which he had a key to, and also changed the alarm code, which he had access to. I've looped in multiple people, but they're all either taking his side or taking a fully neutral stance. My two sisters are fully neutral, but my mom and dad realize something is wrong.
How can you be fully neutral?
This is
That's
not a thing
crazy.
to be fully neutral on. Your brother's having a crisis. You're either on his side or you don't care about him. That's the two options here. And by on his side, I don't mean you agree with him. I mean you want to get him help. Context on my brother and I's relationship: we aren't related by blood. We grew up together, basically inseparable. He even lived with us through high school. He calls my mom and dad, and refers to my family as his own family. He's also close to his biological family, but not his parents. I am also close to his bio family. In my updates last week, I mentioned 3 mutual friends. Mutual friend 1 is his cousin, who I'm close to. Mutual friend 2 is his sister, which I'm not close to, but only because she's not local to us. And mutual friend 3 is his brother, who I'm close to. My mom spoke to mutual friend 2, his sister, because she's much closer to her than I am. That's when his sister shared that he's been having some financial difficulties. Like I said, I feel everyone is either taking a neutral stance or taking his side. I'm probably coming across as crazy to them, or as some sort of drama queen. As many of you pointed out, it's virtually impossible for me to clear my name here, even if I do get the text records. And I need you guys to get more full episodes of stories just like this by going to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We've got a little bit left, though.
Man, find him. Find him and talk to him. And if he will not have a conversation, I don't know what to do.
Nor
I
do
think it's out of your control at that point.
Yeah.
You
kind of just a little bit have to, for your own sanity, have to step back a little bit and hope that, people around him help him.
Yeah. And if if you get those text records and he's still like, you manipulated these.
Yeah. There's no, help to be had there. I'm just seriously concerned for him and frustrated that no one aside from my parents seems to be taking it seriously. It's starting to hit my parents pretty hard though. My dad considers him a second son, and as the only real father figure my bro has, told me a couple of days ago that he feels like he failed him. Oh, I felt sick to my stomach for the past 8 days. We've never gone this long without contact. And along with my parents, I just feel totally alone through this whole situation. I know at this point, I should just give it time and let everything play out. I just hate it. Worst start to the year imaginable. Any and all advice would be welcome, and that's the end of the story.
So, I looked it up.
Yeah.
There is one more update. It's small, so I'll just go
Is
ahead
it-
and read it.
What happened?
I mean, it's just more information, and it's just really nothing finalized. To really give you a short TLDR about it. Almost 3 weeks later, still no word from my bro or any of his bio family or our mutual friends. Pretty much him just I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And that's that. Which unfortunately, that's what it is. You can
That's
do
so sad.
everything, but it has to be him to reach out or communicate or anything. So
Well, you know what? If that's how he wants to play the game, let's hit up his girlfriend. Okay, let's get on board.
Let's make all of his nightmares come true.
Let's make his false reality into his real reality, and maybe that'll somehow cure him. And once you actually start messing around with his girlfriend, he'll now believe that you've never met her. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's one way.
Don't do that.
Well, good luck to you, OP. I hope this sorts itself out eventually. But you did everything you could do. So
Yeah, that's true.
I met my girlfriend's family for the first time and realized I slept with her sister.
Oh, how awkward for you.
I've 38 male, started dating my girlfriend, 29 female, last December, and I really like her, and I love her. Last weekend, I was invited to a barbecue on her parents' house and met the whole family. And amongst them, her sister, 35 female. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Rotor, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia,
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
and we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And Opie says, when I saw pictures of them both together on Instagram, I didn't recognize her because she's changed her hairstyle completely and dresses very differently. But once I met her in person, I identified her. In 2012, I won a prize at work consisting of a whole week of vacation in a touristy place, and I met her in the hotel, and we connected extremely well on a physical and intimate level and had a great vibe the whole week. Basically going to the beach, going out at nights, having spicy sleep for 6 days.
Wow.
Okay.
Sounds like a great vacation.
Yeah. We kept contact for a time through Facebook, but later on she deleted her profile and we just stopped interacting completely, maybe in 2014 or so. When my girlfriend was introducing us, I almost froze for a moment, and I could see in her eyes that she also noticed and stuttered a bit, but we both acted like we never met before the whole day. I could see her glancing at me at times, and I also have absolutely no doubt it's her. Same name, same voice, same smile, same tattoo. Must I tell my girlfriend about this immediately? I mean, if I was her, I think I would have wanted to know something like this, because it's not like a lonely kiss when we were in high school. But I also think it might hurt her to know, and it may also hurt her, and that's what I fear the most. I've talked to my best friend about it, and he says I should never tell her. Wrong. But I should also talk about it to her sister. That is the worst advice you could ever receive.
Oh, I don't know. I was kind of thinking that.
I would tell her immediately. I would tell her immediately.
I wouldn't.
Oh my God, talk to her sister behind his girlfriend's back?
Yeah, I would be like, hey, come here. And we'd be getting food or something. I'd be like, listen, I am not going to ever mention this.
What?
I know we had a thing, but I'm just not going to say anything. I really hope you're the same. Do we just want to forget about this?
What if they're not the same? What if
she's like,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
tell
want
my
to tell
sister?
her, then
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, okay, then we can both tell her. But I just, for me personally, I would be like, not
It
going
would
to say
come
a
out.
word.
It would come out. It always comes out. And then she'd be like, why did you hide it?
I wouldn't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know?
I don't think I would want to because
How would you feel though if
if if they told me like, oh yeah, like we like hooked up one time or whatever, I'd be like, I cannot look at him the same.
Update: today I had lunch with my girlfriend and gathered the courage to tell her about me and her sister back in the day. I feared that, as some people wisely pointed out, maybe her sister had already told her, hey, I met that guy years ago and had something with him. He didn't tell you about it? But turns out her sister didn't tell her anything. I tried to just state what happened back in 2012 in the most factual and brief way possible. And that even if she has a couple pictures with her sister on Instagram, I didn't recognize her before meeting her in person the other day. And she, thank God, believed me. But also I could see how it was progressively affecting her. And she ended up crying about the fact that it even happened. And it completely broke my heart and made me feel extremely guilty. I know I'm doing the right thing, not hiding stuff, of course. I understand that. But I'm devastated still over the fact that I'm hurting her so much. Well, she was embarrassed to be crying and wanted to leave the place, so I paid, picked up a coffee to go, and we walked to the harbor and sat there to keep talking in a more solitary place. She started asking a lot of questions about very specific things, like how many times, how it was, if I enjoyed it. Don't tell her any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
See? That's what I would do. And it would absolutely consume me. I could not know, because my vision of you is shattered by horrible circumstance. It has nothing to do, like, you didn't even know me when this happened. You didn't know that this was going to be a thing, whatever. But for me personally, I would be crushed and could not continue the relationship.
OP continues, if I felt something for her after that week, how many times had we messaged each other if spicy sleep was better with her, and many more things that took me by surprise. Because I thought that maybe she would want to know the least amount possible.
Nope. I'd have to know every detail and be crushed and be done.
And I know I did wrong, but I lied and told her I don't really remember that much about those days, and that a few days don't really mean anything in my life, that I don't feel and never felt anything for her sister. This is the absolute truth. And that it was just a vacation thing that lasted for those days, etc. She seemed worried about emotional attachment, and I have none. And I'm certain her sister will tell her the same. I don't know, I felt like a moron and like I hurt her, even if unintentionally. Like anything that I could say and do would be a mistake. Turns out that, to make things worse, the last 2 years they haven't had the best relationship, since her sister divorced and moved back to their parents' house. And my girlfriend feels like her sister is manipulating their father against her. Ooh, so she just already has a complicated relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna say, with that pretext, if OP knew about it, would we still tell her?
Yeah. Personally, I would still tell.
Couldn't.
So now this kind of hit like a terrible blow, and she says her sister possibly expected me not to tell her so she could keep the info to throw it at her at some point during a fight or something. I don't really know her sister, so I don't know, but sounds like a very resentful and complicated person to deal with, at least at the moment. By the way, you should deal with listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There's a little bit left, but do you have any thoughts?
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Is this a relationship gonna be saved, guys?
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's gonna end.
I think because she is reacting like this, I think that there is a world where he was with someone who would have reacted fine.
Yes.
Like, personally, I don't think I would have had, I probably would have had some questions and I might be a little bit insecure, but I think I, for the most part, would have been okay. But there is also a world where, I think it's fair, where someone does not react that way. Mm-hmm. And I think, unfortunately, you're with that person who already has a complicated relationship with her sister.
Yeah.
And so there was just a lot of other factors, but I still think that you did the right thing, regardless of how it turned out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would say, OP, I think that, the guilt probably would have caught up with you.
Yeah.
I think because you were already thinking about it, like, should I tell? Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, yes, him telling her maybe has her thinking about it all the time. But if he didn't tell her and just kept going in the relationship, he would have been thinking about it.
Yeah.
All the time. We got a little bit left. It's just so unfair overall. And again, I don't want to make this about me, but I feel like a villain. She said she'll eventually talk to her sister, but not today because she's too upset. And I think it might be a good decision. As I was typing this at the office, I talked to her again on the phone, and she's going to stay in my apartment tonight, and I'm glad she accepted. So I'm going to leave the office early and prepare some nice food for her and try to talk a bit more. Any advice is absolutely welcome. Couples counseling.
Wow, so we don't get the ending. I wanted to know the ending.
I think it's important for you to know, OP, that you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you
I
can't
don't
control
think
how she reacted.
OP,
No,
you're not in the
yeah.
wrong at all.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know each other. It's not like you could
Yeah.
figure that out, blah, blah. It was just like by circumstance, you are now in this situation. It's like, how do I make it like okay for everyone? And I
Yeah.
feel like in this situation, you cannot control how people react. You can't control what you did. You made those choices not knowing that like this would be your future in 5-6 years and be like, oh, like, look, now we're dating. It's like, oh my God, I slept with your sister.
Yeah.
What do I do now? And it's like, this was all circumstantial. So it's like none of this was like your fault.
I exposed my girlfriend's sister's affair, and her family came after me.
That's me coming after you.
Wow. I, 17 male, work at a coffee shop, and I saw my girlfriend's sister, 24 female, full on making out with this guy. They were all over each other. We were really busy, and I never would have noticed them, except that my coworkers pointed them out, because they were all like, they need a room. This is a coffee shop. I immediately recognized her, and she is supposed to get married in July to another guy. By the way, this comes from user No Name Barista, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
And we're going to give good advice goofly about this story, but we're freaking goofs. We don't know everything. Let us know the things you know that we don't in the comments. All right? They could not see me. I didn't want to get involved, but after they left, I came out to clean some tables thinking the coast was clear. She came back in for something. I think to use the restroom, or she forgot something. She saw me and flipped and started begging me to tell her what I saw. I said I didn't see anything, but she somehow knew. She left, but told me that we weren't done and that we had to talk. I just got home, and my girlfriend texted me asking me what's going on with me and her sister. I don't know what she told her, but I said, I don't know. She keeps texting me that her sister is upset and that I should come over. Not to sound like a little kid, but I'm not allowed to leave the house at this time. Oh, forgot OP17. I texted her. I said, my parents won't let me go there. She said that they'll drive to my house if I sneak out to meet them. I said that would be hard. She said, please, what can I do? What should I do? I'm a little freaked out right now, and there's an update. What would you do, Savannah? What do you think he should do?
I mean,
I got my answer.
well, technically, like what he should say, like should he?
What does he do?
I mean, I would expose the truth,
Yeah?
as in this woman is cheating,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
What do your notes say?
I didn't get to finish them, but it says OP coffee shop, and then there's little lips that say smooch, and then I was gonna put Whittle curfew guy, but I only got Whittle C.
Yeah.
I missed the last part of what you just said. Sue me. Someone's cheating.
They're trying. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
trying to
it's this-
bribe him. Bribe OP.
I would take that bribe.
I would take that bribe, and then I'd still tattle.
Yeah, that's exactly
Wait,
what
That's
I'd
what
do.
I would do.
Hold
You
on.
take the bribe. You say, hey, maybe a little this, maybe a little that. And maybe I'll learn how to keep quiet. And then they do it, and then you go, I said maybe. She cheating. She cheating over there.
I just do one of these.
Wait,
one
did
of these
they,
behind my
like-
back. I said, yeah, no, I promise. Easy.
So, okay. Yada da da. We've got an update. Oh boy, 10 years later.
'Cause you-
I mean, days.
Lock in.
Woo, we got 10 days later. All right, here we go. I finally told my girlfriend that I definitely could not sneak out of my house the night of the kissing. I told my girlfriend what I saw the next day. She said her sister is saying that that's not what happened at all. She says that she hugged a guy hello because she knows him and ran into him there. Then she says she hugged him and kissed him on the cheek, but that he did get a little too hands-on with her and she immediately stopped it. You're disgusting. I said, okay, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I was working anyway, so whatever she says is what must have happened. So she texted me later saying the sister wants to talk to me. But by then, I was out with my parents. They have a no cell phone rule when we're in family outings, so my phone was in the car all day. When I did talk to the sister, she told me that the guy tried to get too touchy with her, and that's probably the part I had seen, but that it wasn't the makeout session that I thought it was. I said, that's not what I saw, but it's not my business. She was really pissed that I wouldn't budge, but then I got some voicemails from the guy she kissed that night. He said that if I didn't answer his calls, he would personally come see me at work. I didn't know if this was a threat, but I did get kind of nervous. I told my supervisor at work. He said if the guy shows up, he'll take care of it. The guy showed up and asked for me, so he got booted out of the coffee shop and got in a big heated argument with my supervisor outside.
Wow.
He never came back, so I was glad about that. My girlfriend broke up with me right after that.
What?
Aw, why?
I mean, it also makes sense. She's 17. Who are you going to believe? Your boyfriend or your sister?
And I guarantee you the sister who's cheating is like, he's just jealous of you. You know, all this stuff.
Right.
Like, yeah, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Who are you going to
Aw.
believe? Your blood or this guy you've been dating for like a couple years?
Believe
That's
the
sad.
evidence of your eyes and ears. Anyway, broke up. Got broke up with. So I decided to just concentrate on finishing the school year strong. There are other girls that I have possible dates with, but losing my girlfriend is hard. I'm Facebook friends with the guy who got cheated on. I like him. He was always cool to me, but I'm not sure he would ever believe me anyway. My ex-girlfriend texts me really often, but I rarely respond to those as much as I want to. I'm still confused as to how we're the ones that ended up breaking up over someone else's cheating. And there's an edit. I came into work today and spoke to my supervisor again, since he was one of the witnesses to the cheating. I told him I'm kind of friends with the guy being cheated on. He said, call the guy and tell him to come in for some coffee on the house. Then we can talk to him in the office. And at that point, he says I could show him what I have. And he can also talk to the girls who witnessed the whole thing with us. So I'm going to message him on Facebook and see if he answers. If he does, I'm sure all heck will break loose. And there is another update 3 days after this one.
Shout out to your supervisor. I mean,
I know. The
Yeah.
supervisor
Shout
is
out to his
actually like,
family.
he's a homie. He's like really like, okay, if he comes, I'll take care of it. And he actually does. And he's like, you know what? I'll you know, like, I think you should tell this guy, come in, coffee on the house, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's get it done. I'm like, okay. Guy's cool.
This guy's cool. I like that cool guy. Here we go. Okay. All right. We've got a second update. I messaged the guy who got cheated on, and his first initial is S for Sam. Sam sent me a message back with his number, so I called. He said that he was told that I started a nasty rumor about his fiancée. I told him that it was about him and that it's true. I told him all about it, but that he could come to the coffee shop and see for himself. He came Wednesday afternoon. My boss and I talked to him and told him the girls saw it too. He believes us, but he's coming back Sunday because the video system holds the last 30 days in memory, so my boss is going to show him.
Ooh.
Sam was a little mad, but didn't look shocked. He thinks he knows who the guy is. So now, this is where the nightmare begins. Sam broke up with his fiancée, so that's it. No wedding.
Yeah. I mean, don't cheat. I don't know.
You shouldn't marry the girl cheating on you in the coffee shop.
Yeah. I completely agree. And it wasn't a nasty rumor because it was the truth.
I got a text from my ex that said she hoped I was happy and that her sister's life is ruined.
I mean,
yeah, guess who ruined it?
her. Like, she did it to herself.
I do feel bad. Don't. Last night I was working and my ex's dad barges into the coffee shop, points his finger right at me and says, "You. Let's go outside. We're gonna talk."
Oh.
I could just see this 17-year-old guy just getting ready to pour a cup of coffee. Like,
You.
my break's in 15. Hold on.
Yeah. I also just want you to go, no.
How about?
Who
I-
are you?
Actually, I'm
No.
working. My break's not for another hour and a half.
He said it very, very loudly and in front of all the customers. I froze for a second, and he said, "Outside, right now, let's go." I said, "Let me clock out first." I walked to the back of my boss's office and told him my ex's dad is here and he's demanding I go outside with him. My boss goes over and says, "Hey, excuse me, man, can I help you?" My ex's dad told him it's none of his business and that he wanted me outside, like he had all the authority in the world. So my boss says, "Well, this is my place, and you either buy coffee or you get out. But don't come in here and bother my employees like you own the place. And by the way, in case you were wondering, I'm the one who spoke to Sam and told him what the cheater did here. So you and I need to go outside and talk." They marched out.
Dude, your supervisor's the MVP.
Wow,
Yeah, dude.
I like this supervisor.
Buy your supervisor dinner or something.
This guy
And more.
is a supervisor.
He's a super.
OP continues. Everybody was staring at me. One customer said, "What did you do to that man's coffee to make him so mad at you?" So they talked for like 10 minutes, and it looked more like a yelling match. Then he left, and my boss came in and said, "Everything is cool."
It's all right.
I believe that, and I believe it. So this morning at school, I got a text from my ex that said, "Please don't go to work tonight because my sister's friends are planning something." Oh my God.
What is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I asked her what, and she just said, "Just please don't go," and that she loved me. I'm not going to lie. I did kind of get scared, but not to be a wuss. So I called my dad at work and told him everything. My parents came to get me at school. But when I went in the office, the cops were there with my ex in the assistant principal's office, and I could see she was crying. One of the cops came out, and my dad gave him my phone. My mom took me home and gave me her phone, and then went back to the school.
What?
I called my boss, and he said he is sure the cops will come talk to me later. He told me to keep cool and let him know if I need anything. Then I got a text from Sam that said, "Hey, this is Sam. Are you okay? Your boss just called me." I called him and told him what I knew, but I'm not sure what's going on right now, so I'm waiting for my parents to get home to find out. I know Sam had to know, and he said that I did the absolute best thing by telling him, and that he owes me big time. But I can't say I feel totally great. It's not your average high school drama. It feels like I started something, then a tornado picked me up, and there's nothing I can do as it spins me around. You don't know where you're going to end up, and you have no control. It's not easy, and that's all I'm saying. But right now, it's just a waiting game. And then we've got another update 7 days later. What in the world is going on?
Yeah, what is happening in the story? I thought it was just about these people cheating. Now it's turned into like this whole big thing. Why are the police coming to the school? Why are the police being called, period?
Yeah, because I don't know, because
happening?
your ex's older sister had some sort of unhinged plan to freaking get you.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know. What were they going to do? Like throw a firebomb into the freaking, who knows?
I don't know.
What are they going to do? You're 17. You're just like, I'm studying for history. I don't know.
For history. What do you want?
What are we doing here? But we have another update. Okay. Long week. A lot has happened, but at the same time, nothing much has happened. My dad gave the cops my phone because my ex denied that she texted me to warn me. They needed a warrant to search her phone, so they wanted mine instead. They also heard the threatening voicemails and texts from the guy who came looking for me. The school called the cops after my dad called them. My ex's dad showed up too, and dad confronted him about coming to look for me at work. He denied it and said that he came looking for my boss. That's a total lie. The cops ordered him to stay away from me. They sent 2 cops to my house to talk to me. I can honestly say they were totally shocked that all this started because that girl cheated on her boyfriend. They both gave me business cards and their cell numbers for emergencies. You got the personal business card of 2 different cops for
Here's
emergencies?
my business card. If you
They
remember
both say
anything, give me a
911.
call.
What do they got? What are they doing? Constant surveillance on you to make
No.
sure you're safe?
No, to be real, I think officers actually have like personal like numbers they especially minors can reach out to. Yeah.
That's okay.
All right.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my ex finally admitted that her sister's friends were planning on coming to the coffee shop and jumping me. And even bragged about what they would do.
Whoa.
I overheard my parents talking about her. My mom said her dad tried to shut her up. She's very worried about what will happen to her at home. The cops talked to my boss on Friday after talking to me and warned him to call if anything suspicious happened. So guess what? Something suspicious happened. The guy who cheated with the sister was parked behind the coffee shop with an older man. My boss spotted them and they flashed a baseball bat at him.
Whoa. This is crazy. Over what?
Over your own personal decisions to make out with each other in a public place while one of you is engaged to someone, and you geniuses forgot your little sister's freaking boyfriend works at this coffee shop.
Why is this turning into like a mobster? I don't understand.
Also,
I'm gonna whack you if you tell anyone.
you did nothing wrong. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
OP literally did the right thing. OP's like, listen, I just saw what I saw. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to a cop. I don't know. And they're like, in the parking lot. That's crazy.
People get way too comfortable, man. No, I'll tell you what. No one has ever checked these people properly. These people have never been checked.
This is getting to become like an episode of The Sopranos.
I think I know who's going to check these people. Mr. Boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here comes supervisor.
It's going to be Mr. Boss and the guy who got cheated on, Sam.
Let's go. All right. So he saw them, he got their license plates and called the cops, but they were gone when they got there. But I'm pretty sure I have to quit my job now because my parents are going to make me.
Aww.
For now, my mom or dad is taking me to work and my boss is taking me home since I used to walk. My ex texted me all week begging to talk to me. Wednesday, I agreed to meet her before her softball practice. When I got there, the same two guys were parked across the street. Last night, my dad called me at work to tell me that the cops went to the house to tell them the two men were arrested. He said multiple charges, including holding stolen property. Cops also said their criminal problems are big and they won't see the light of day for quite some time.
Oh.
My ex has been texting me nonstop, swearing she didn't know they were there and didn't know how they knew I was coming. I don't believe her. And by the way, you can definitely believe that you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this one on your favorite podcast platform, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you're listening to podcasts. Search OK Storytime and get to listening right now. There's just a little bit left of this here story. Man, this is why self-defense is important. We got to know how to defend ourselves.
That's one thing, but also it
Yeah.
should have never gotten to this point.
Well,
Why?
yeah, but it's like you can't control other people being insane whack jobs.
Yeah.
You can only control your ability to defend yourself from insane whack jobs. This kid's 17. It's fine.
This kid
It makes
doesn't even
sense.
have his own phone.
But it's like, yeah, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
It's just
Criminal
crazy.
conspiracy for all of the people involved in your, hypothetical jumping.
Yeah. And the fact that, like, they're, like, following him to his work, like, probably know where he lives, all these things. And it's, like, coming to the school. Like, this is threatening to a 17-year-old guy who's just trying to be like, guys, I'm trying to afford a new car. Like, I don't know. It just seems so much.
So, I was scared but tried not to show it to my parents. I still think telling Sam was the best thing, but it's just more trouble than I was ready for. I have never been this stressed out in my life. Sam saw the video and my boss said that he broke down, but that there is no way he's ever taking her back. He is moving to Utah. His dad owns a big trucking company, so he's transferring there. He told my boss that his ex told him that she will follow him to Utah and that she will camp out in his driveway until he forgives her.
Ew. Family's crazy.
I did ask my boss what his favorite bottle was, and he said Jack Daniels. So I got him a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Aw.
I won't say how I got it, but I asked someone. You just said how you got it.
You just ratted yourself out. You know what? Get him. Sick him. Police. This guy right here.
Woo!
It comes back to OP.
OP continues, man. That's all for now. Freaking BS drama.
My ex's girlfriend tried to replace me as their mother. The police had to be called. Too many moms. Too many moms. Which one's the real mom? I, 38 female, have got 3 kids, 4, 6, 9, with my ex, 43 male, who cheated on me with a 24-year-old, now his girlfriend, who moved in 2 weeks after my ex and I split 2 years ago. That's a lot of backstory in just one sentence. We immediately divorced, and I only have the kids a couple of days every other week as I work 70 hours a week. By the way, this comes from Am I a Crazy Mom? And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Angie.
I'm Riley.
And we are here to give some good advice, goofly, but we do not have all of the answers that you seek. We may have one or two, but probably not all of them, because we would only tell you what we would do in this situation, but we would love to know what you would do down in the comments. As OP says, I finance everything in regard to the kids, extracurricular activities, camps, clothing, and so on, and since I can afford it easily, I go shopping with them, get the emails about their sports, and host their parties. I am still very involved in my children's lives. The kids told me they don't like the new girlfriend. They say she is overbearing, controlling, tries to enforce affection, and mothers them. I told my ex to talk to her, but he dismissed it. So I told the kids they aren't obliged to listen to her beyond house rules. Last Thursday, the girlfriend picked the kids up from my place. I said goodbye to my kids and went back inside. 5 or 6 minutes later, I was leaving for work and I saw her car standing still in my driveway. I walked over and knocked on the window. Me, hey, is everything all right? Why aren't you leaving? My younger ones were in the back seat quiet, but my 9-year-old was staring daggers at the girlfriend and there was obviously something going on between them. From here on, I'll call my son Sonny.
Shiny. Sonny boy.
Girlfriend. Yes, everything is fine. I'm just making a point. Sonny refuses to comply with my rules, so I'm not leaving till he does.
Oh my god.
Me. Sonny, is that true? What are you refusing to do? Sonny. She wants me to call her mom. I told her no because you're my mom.
Let's be reminded that Sonny is 9. 9 years old.
That was my 9-year-old impression. Me, taken aback. I don't believe you get to decide what my children call you. They have told you multiple times they want to call you by your name, and you need to accept that. Girlfriend says, well, I think it's important for them to have a mother figure in their life, and that they call their real family by their titles. Since you're so busy all the time, the little ones have even been forgetting you. So I'm just trying to give them a healthy childhood by having them at least remember having a mom.
Yeah, this sounds like a pretty healthy childhood. My fake mom, this lady in this car, is not letting me leave this car. I'm 9, and she won't let me leave until I call her mom. I feel so loved, and it's why this mother figure in my life. So glad I have this mother figure.
It's crazy. It
That's
is
a lot.
crazy
That
to
is
think
pretty wild.
that was the right thing to say to
Yeah.
a bio mom.
Yeah, literally.
Not at all.
just so
Good
busy.
try, girlfriend. Now I want to hit you.
Yeah.
What?
And now
Oh.
I won't,
Oh.
but I want to.
So this is where Am I the A-hole comes in. I lost it. I have rarely been so angry. I didn't yell, as I never do, but I did say some pretty nasty things. I told her that she should be grateful to even be a part of my children's lives, that she will never replace me as their mother because she has yet to even get them to like her, that she has got absolutely zero parental authority over my children, and how dare she try to force my child to do something he has explicitly said he is uncomfortable with. I told her to accept her role as their father's new girlfriend and to take them to their dad's. I got a phone call later from my ex raging at me for disrespecting his new girlfriend, and my mom also said I could have handled it better. Am I the a-hole here? No. She started it. She used fighting words. And you ended it.
Yeah, I also don't think that you said anything wrong either way.
You
Like,
just literally said respect my children.
yeah, they do not like you.
Yeah.
You have not proven yourself to be a mother figure. And yeah, how dare you? No. I think you're not the a-hole because you didn't even hit her. And it was such an easy way, such a tempting time for you to hit her. But you didn't do that. So you're not the a-hole. You're good.
Okay, there's an edit here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for all of your responses. I am blown away. I have decided to take the appropriate steps and have scheduled a meeting with my boss to discuss working fewer hours. I had never even thought about parental alienation, but I'll be before I let that happen. Edit number 2. I've gotten a lot of comments and messages regarding custody and why I don't have 50-50 or even full custody. It's because I work a lot. Less hours will still mean a minimum of 50, but I truly never thought about being alienated from my kids. My ex has always been a good dad, and I never thought this would happen. Oh, and there's an update 5 months later.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Do we think that the girlfriend and this dad are still going to be together?
I mean, I hope not, but also my solution would be more so for the kids. Like, I just don't want the kids to have to go and see all of this, go through all of this. Like, I just feel bad for the kids in this situation because,
Yeah.
obviously, like, you know, the divorce has happened, he's found someone else, whatever, and it just so happens to be the mistress, blah, 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 that whole big story. But then the kids have to, like, see that and go through it, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and then you question yourself as a parent, like, maybe I am too busy. Like, okay, maybe I should spend more time with my kids. Like,
Yeah.
you know, then you're, like, going through all of this, like, turmoil. And
Right.
I just feel bad for the kids in this situation.
Yeah, because I don't want them to think that they're doing anything wrong. Because it's like, this is truly so much of what's happening is like, they can't even understand yet. They probably won't be told the full story until they're like in high school or older, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like they might be internalizing things. It's just not a good.
It's just definitely going to mess them up.
Yeah.
One way or another. And it's sad.
Yeah.
But we got an update 5 months later. Early March, I was phoned at work by my neighbor saying my 10-year-old son was at her place. He had biked in the dark to my house. He told me that he had left because the girlfriend had punished him for not joining a family bath in a way no one should ever support. What?
Wait.
A family bath? Wait. Now I'm weirded out now.
The girlfriend wanted a family bath with the kids and the dad. The kids are 9, 6, and 4, by the way.
No.
How big is your bathtub? How are you gonna have a family
No.
bath?
You don't need to do a family bath.
Yeah, we don't need to do all that.
Of course, I went home immediately. I told my boss I was leaving for the night and wasn't sure if I would return the next day. After checking that Sunny was okay, we went to my ex's house. After arriving, the girlfriend immediately started raging at Sunny, but I shut that down very quickly. I went inside the house to collect my children, who were awake because she was yelling very loudly. They cried and asked to come with me, which was absolutely horrible. See,
Oh,
I just feel so bad for these kids. They're like, we
Yeah.
don't want to be here. The girlfriend's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, she should never have kids.
No, I mean, at least, yeah, definitely not now. Like, when she's being like this, I mean, you know, maybe a miracle will happen and she changes as a person completely, but then
Yeah.
maybe she can have kids at that point. But I'm just imagining too, like, if all OP saw was this girlfriend not letting them leave the car because they wouldn't call her mom when she's not the mom, what other kind of ridiculous punishments is she having for them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they were just sitting out in front of the house for, I don't know how long it was, but a while, enough to notice that something is weird and off. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just how many other random things that are not problems aren't things that the kids are doing wrong. What is she, like, how much of that is she telling them that they're doing wrong and then punishing them for?
Yeah. To come to the house of your co-parent and to hear your children beg to leave took something from me. I put the children in the car, locked it, and went back inside to grab their essentials. This time, my ex followed me in and tried to excuse the girlfriend's behavior. I told him that he would not be welcome anywhere near the children until they wanted him to be, and I trusted him again. I also told him I would be suing for full custody and that my lawyer would contact him about buying out my part of the house. Nothing he said after that is worth repeating. I came back outside to find the girlfriend attacking my car trying to get to the children.
Oh my gosh, absolutely not.
What is wrong with her?
Now
What
I'm
is
using violence.
wrong? Things got very nasty and many things were said. She blocked me from reaching my car and the police had to be called. The officers allowed me to leave with my kids after a brief chat. I did not return to work until early April. Because of the vid, my children went to my parents in the country. We video chat daily and my parents say that children are flourishing, though still very shocked and traumatized by what happened. Yeah. They are each talking with a therapist individually, and my children have also been inspected by a physician for physical trauma of which there is no sign. Thank the stars. That was my next question. I would have been like, imagine if I would have found one scratch, one bruise, I would have went absolutely freaking ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Of my
no.
children?
Oh, yeah, no. Nope. Yeah, no. By the way, I would love if you would listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app and just search up OK Storytime. And they're all there for your listen. For your little listening ears. There is a little bit left. I mean, I don't know, what do you do here?
I think I start to drive away, and I take a U-turn, and I drive back to this woman at full speed.
Full speed.
But obviously, I guess we're past that. We have the cops called. Children are gone.
Yeah, children are okay.
You know, they're away from that woman. There's a little bit left. Let's just finish it up.
I will be taking my ex to court soon and will likely get full custody while paying alimony. Good for you, girl. The house will be put up for sale, and my ex has formally been told that the girlfriend's present will result in me fighting for no visitation.
Nice.
Lastly, I did not end up losing my job. I have decided to get a professional live-in nanny.
Nice. Is it Savannah?
Who, me? And perhaps an au pair. And am looking into larger properties to accommodate everyone. The kids are very excited to come home to me in September. Thank you all very much. That's the end.
Wow.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. There we go.
My sister-in-law couldn't handle me wearing my girlfriend's hoodie. I came back wearing much worse.
I wore her underpants. How do you like that?
How do you like them undies? Yes, come here.
Yay. Aww.
My girlfriend and I went to my parents' house last week for a visit. My brother, his wife, and their son were also visiting. My sister-in-law and I have never really gotten along. She kept my brother from coming to my 18th birthday party because I told her she couldn't bring her baby with her since it was a place full of wasted people and loud music and not ideal for a baby. By the way, this comes from user Nerdy Sloth, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Angie.
And I'm Savannah.
And we're going to read this story. And we're all a bunch of goofballs, so take what you hear with a grain of salt. And let us know what you would do in the comments. Okay, OP says, she also has issues with me being a bi guy and my relationship with my girlfriend, though she doesn't like it when I point out how illogical her thinking is. Anyway, things were going well until I got a bit chilly. I had forgotten to bring a jacket or hoodie with me as it had been warm when we left. Thankfully, my girlfriend is almost always too warm and only wears hoodies because she looks great in them. Her words, not mine. She offered me her hoodie. I put it on. And then everything broke loose. The juice is loose.
Oh.
My sister-in-law started lecturing me about how a real man would never wear his girlfriend's clothes. And since I'm normal now, which is her word for being straight,
Oh, God.
I should try and act more like a man.
Who is this woman?
That's, I don't know, I gave her that voice because it's very stupid.
It's
what
very
she's saying.
stupid.
My girlfriend is taller than I am, so her already baggy hoodies look slightly baggier on me because of how short I am. My girlfriend says she thinks it's cute, and I think her hoodies are comfortable. Plus, it's not like I do it all the time. Anyway, my sister-in-law had her rant about how it's gross and makes me less of a man, and how it makes her uncomfortable. She made a few comments about how my nephew could be influenced by my behavior. Let's hope he's not influenced by your behavior because you suck.
Yeah, literally.
Things were tense for a while after that, and we left a bit earlier than we had originally planned. So fast forward to yesterday. Again, we were all at my parents' house, and I had decided with my girlfriend's approval to wear her bright pink school hoodie. I didn't go to the same school as my girlfriend, and my sister-in-law knows that. She recognized the hoodie and went quiet, shooting us dirty looks whenever she could and making snarky comments every now and then. I later got a text from my brother saying I had made my sister-in-law really uncomfortable and that I was being inconsiderate for wearing something I knew would upset her. He texted that and saw nothing wrong with that.
Let's just like read it back before we send it, please.
I would be so obnoxious
Yeah.
in my response.
Yeah. What would you say?
In I would send it like a copy pasta style.
Okay.
Where it'd be like, like DEFCON 5, like red alert, like sister-in-law's uncomfortable. Everyone drop everything. We have to figure out how to make her comfortable at all times.
Someone else wearing a pink hoodie made her uncomfortable. We need all hands on deck. All hands on deck.
Call the FBI, call the CIA, call the Secret Service, call everybody.
Yep.
We need to fix this.
We need to focus on her comfort now.
Or maybe she could, I don't know, mind her own business.
Honestly.
I know it was petty, but I'm a petty person, and I kind of feel like she started it. Most of my family are on my side, but there are a few who think I'm in the wrong for being petty, and that I should have just let it go. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?
What did he even do?
He wore that pink hoodie.
He just wore
He just
that's
wore
it?
another hoodie that she's like, that's the wrong color. You're a man, you gotta wear man colors.
It's just so crappy because it's like I feel bad for her in a way because it's like so like this toxic masculinity, it like not to go too into all of this stuff, but like it's based in misogyny as well because it's like, oh, why can't a man be like a woman? Why is being like a woman bad? Because it's okay and acceptable for women to be like men in like the standards of, you know, the clothes that you wear and the way you are tough and stuff, all of those like stereotypes. But it's just like, especially if coming from a woman now, if a woman doesn't want men to be like feminine and wear like feminine colors that we've decided are feminine, it's like, it's just like, girl, it's okay. Love yourself. It's okay to be a woman. It's okay to be feminine. That doesn't mean you're weak. And it's okay to be like, even if it does mean that you're weak, it's okay to be weak. You know what I mean? It's just, there's just so much that goes into it. And it's like, I just feel bad for her.
Well, there's an edit. Thank you so much for the comments and advice. I've made an effort to read and upvote every comment, even if I haven't managed to respond to them all. The kind words really mean a lot. Also, to those of you who mentioned wearing a skirt or something to the next gathering, my girlfriend actually loved this idea and picked out a pair of her boots with a smaller heel so I don't break my neck and a gorgeous pink sweater for me to wear. She also suggested makeup. Long story short, if we do go through with it, I may update.
Nice.
And we have one.
Uh-oh.
Now, I do think you're kind of dancing on the knife edge of, like, what do you want? Like, do you just want peace? Like, do you want peace? Or, like, do you want to cause the problem to escalate? You're going to escalate the problem.
I think so, but I think they know that. They're
Yeah.
just going to mess with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. You know, like, a lot of times people just want to win something and win it, but, like, really, like, the best solution would just be to, like, kind of not care.
Truly.
Update! This actually happened a week or two after my original post, but we've had a few unrelated family issues going on, and I haven't been able to post until now. Like a few of you suggested, I did wear my girlfriend's clothes at the next gathering. Nothing major, just some cute high-heeled boots, her pink sweater, and a pair of her jeans. She also painted my nails a beautiful shade of pink and helped style my hair. Let's just say by the end of it, I wasn't looking like a stereotypical manly man. Not that there's anything wrong with people who do prefer more masculine clothes. My girlfriend had also decided to wear jeans and a button-up shirt just to annoy my sister-in-law. Anyway, we went to my parents and immediately got glares and rude comments from my sister-in-law. The comments started about how if I want to be the woman in a relationship so badly, then I should just go back to using a slur, she called me. And there were a bunch of comments before this, but she got annoyed when we ignored them in favor of having an intelligent conversation with other family members. That was the comment that really got to my parents, though. It was partly the comment and partly the fact that my brother didn't do anything other than laugh. I've told my parents to stay out of it in the past, as my brother has a history of stopping their contact with my nephew over petty things,
Oh boy.
and they have enough to worry about. Yeah, it sounds like they're your brother and sister-in-law are two stinky little peas in a stinky little pod.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I was bullied a bit in the past for who I am, and my brother never stood by me.
Aw.
To him, it was my own fault, and if I didn't want to be bullied, then I should have stayed in the closet. Oh, dude, your brother sucks.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man.
If you didn't want these people to be mean to you, you should have just hid part of
He's
yourself.
like, if you didn't want these people to be mean, you should have stayed in the closet like me.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe that's why the sister-in-law is so upset,
Mm-hmm.
is because she like consents deep down
Yeah.
that her husband is like the same way. My parents completely lost it, and all the anger and resentment towards my sister-in-law that they had built up over the past few years came pouring out. They told her how they really felt about her and how disgusted they were that my brother could allow someone to treat his own brother so badly. They told them to leave, and my sister-in-law is no longer welcome in their home until she apologizes. My brother tried the threat of preventing them from seeing their grandson, but they were done with him and threatened to get a lawyer involved. They now have scheduled visits, though now it's video calls, as the rules are more strict again. I feel bad that they are no longer talking to my brother, but they have assured me they will be okay. Honestly, this turned into my parents being absolute heroes, rather than my girlfriend or me doing much, other than looking absolutely fabulous. Either way, I'm glad we won't have to see my sister-in-law for a good long while. We blocked her everywhere after this incident due to the angry messages and voicemails we were getting. I know this probably isn't the update a lot of people were hoping for, but it's brought my family some peace of mind, and I'm happy with that. And there's another edit here. Oh my god, holy crap, this blew up. Seriously, thank you for all the amazing comments and awards. I've been trying to read all the comments. I'm sorry, I can't reply to them all. But by the way, you can listen to all of the episodes we've ever uploaded to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and they're all right there in the palm of your hand. But we do have a little bit more here. I hope you influence your nephew more, because his actual parents suck.
I hope that if he grows up to, not be straight, I hope he can find peace with it, and I hope that his parents can be accepting.
Oh, God, yes.
Or I hope that he's straight and he never has to deal with that.
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh.
Either way.
I've seen a lot of people asking about my nephew's visits with my parents. It was not done through a court. It is literally just a plan that my parents and brother came up with so they can have regular contact with my nephew without having to speak to his parents. As for the lawyer question, honestly, I don't know everything about how it works, and I'm going off what my parents have told me. We live in Scotland, and technically grandparents don't have automatic legal rights to their grandchildren. They can, however, get a lawyer involved, and the courts can decide if contact with grandparents is in the best interest of the child. Due to the fact that my nephew is a bit older now, there is a good chance they could take his opinion into account.
Whoa.
I hope this sort of cleared things up for you all. And that is the end of that story.
I was so not expecting to consider that.
Yeah, I don't think you have a case, legally grandparents' rights or whatever.
Yeah. Unless we
but-
see other things, but
Yeah,
with
at
this.
least, yeah, you have the connection, the virtual meetups. It's fine for now. Yeah, I mean, I don't want anything to do with them. Go live your best life, bye, guy.
yeah. It sounds like your girlfriend's great. Sounds
Yeah.
like your parents are great.
Yeah,
So, brother, not great.
not great.
His wife,
Not great. Dude, you don't want them to make fun of you? Stay in the closet, stupid.
Yeah, what? That's
Duh.
crazy. That's crazy.
Why don't you be a real man like Rock Hudson? Keep that in the closet for the rest of your life.
But that's the end of that story and the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And see you tomorrow.